Oh, you almost had it. You gotta be quicker than that.
And the winner is Dorfidoodle No Kings.
I don't like them putting chemicals in the water that turn the friggin' frogs gay. Do you understand that? Turn the friggin' frogs gay. Serious crap. Gay. Frogs, friggin' frogs. It's not funny. I'm gonna say it real slow for you. Gay. Frogs. Won't you fight for your life? Gay. Frogs, friggin' frogs. I don't like a frogs. Gay. Friggin' frogs. Frogs. Friggin' frog crap. Won't you fight the frogs? It's not funny. I'm gonna say it real slow for you. Frogs. Place point.
I was muted. I was freaking muted. God damn it. Anyway, hi everybody. It's me, Charlie. I'm not in a costume today because I was sick, and I'm trying to fuck with my lighting to make it look spooky. But I can't even do that right. So hi. I bet it was a great intro too. Fuck off. Anyway, there's some new channel point redemptions. I've got a cold, so I'm not in costume. LOL. Did you eat everlasting gobstopper? Here, I'll blend into my paint. Is that better? Do you think YouTube would like this? There is no earthly way of knowing which way we are going. It's true. I do love Gene Wilder. I can't quote it, but I know that you're doing the creepy part. The creepiest part. Anyway, hi. It's me, Charlie, and I'm in a fucking mood apparently. I just want to do something creepy, and I can't even do that without getting called a gobstopper. And it wasn't a gobstopper, it was like the chewing gum, wasn't it? Didn't she eat like a piece of gum that like was every flavor of dinner in like one gum? Like it started out as one and then it went to dessert, whatever. I'm just gonna go pink. Fuck it. We're gonna do pinkish purple. I can match my hair. Yeah, see, I remember when I was in a fucking gobstopper. Nerd. Fake nerd. Fake Charlie and the Chocolate Factory stan. But the gobstopper sounds better. It's true. It does, but you're still wrong. Anyway, tomorrow is No King's Day. I will be going. I know a bunch of other people who are going, but we're all going to different protests. I am still trying to get my costume together. I'm doing Alexander Hamilton. You guys have seen it on this channel. You know, I premiered it here. And unfortunately, my TikTok that I did of it, the sound wasn't synced with my video, even though when I filmed it, it was. And when I edited it was. But when I uploaded it, it wasn't. And I was furious. So I took it down. But anyway, I still have to get my wig, my jacket, figure out which pants I want to wear, whether I want to do like socks and like dress shoes, or if I want to do combat or like my regular boot. I don't know if I want to wear my white like fluffy shirt or if I want to wear like this black shirt that would look better with the oh my god, what is it, ascot or what, the fluffy bit. I don't know if I want to use that. So I gotta pull all the pieces out, and I was like, well, I didn't really want to stream. It's been rough. I'm still feeling rough. It's all like right here. I don't even know if you guys can tell. There, now you can. Now you can tell I'm sick. Anyway, I just sniffed the mic. I got a few pieces I gotta pick out. I was like, I gotta go out to the studio and find my pieces, and I'm already in a shitty mood, so why don't I just stream? Because that'll make me feel better. Because there's a lot to talk about. That I haven't covered in like a week because I was like, oh, you know what? I'm gonna get surgery and then I'm gonna come back and then I'm gonna disappear for being sick. So we got like, I got 2 streams in. I uploaded to YouTube. 50% of it had to get hacked out of it. So I was like, I'm not even gonna bother uploading this to YouTube. Like, what's the point? And then the one short I uploaded to YouTube. Never mind. Anyway, I hate it here. But how are you guys doing? I'm gonna smoke this bowl. This is the first weed I've had all day. So subscribe to the channel because I'm running low. Oh, I have a thing to tell you guys. Okay, hold on. Let me hit this. I am drinking soda. It's mostly for my headaches because the caffeine helps more than like Tylenol or Advil. Like the sudden jolt of like sugar and caffeine always helps me more. Like I could be doing tea all day and you can tell I haven't smoked because I've been sick. I like never cough. I drink tea like all day outside of like water. In fact, I should be drinking more water, but I've been drinking a lot of tea because I just need the caffeine for my headaches. And like, not to mention it's been like soothing and comforting as it's been getting colder here in I feel like I really do look like an axolotl now because my hair is the same color as my oh, my undershirt's the same color as my shirt or as my hair. So hold on. Well, almost the same. Gotta pull my gotta make sure my pockets are empty. Gotta take off my headphones. Oh, I love this sweater, by the way. I got this in a Loot Crate back when Loot Crate was just Loot Crate and not like 500 things. It's a Tunnel Snakes sweater for Vault 101. And it says Tunnel Snakes Capital Wasteland. It's like one of my favorite pieces. Anyway. Boobs are out. Let's go. Alright. Oh, I got to hold on, my phone. Okay, so even my hair kind of like wisped aside like little axolotl gills. Just become one. If I ever have to become a VTuber because my teeth fall out, I'm going to. So you know. And I'm going to do it as close to an axolotl as I know I already tried that once and it didn't work out, but hey. Figure it out. Anyway. Alright, so I think I should put Bion on the back. That's what most of today is gonna be yapping. I'm probably mostly okay. Talk to myself. So I've noticed as I've like the more I stream, the more things in my real life change, or like my life outside of stream. And by that I mean like I talk out loud now, even when I'm by myself at like my computer. Like if I'm at my computer at my laptop inside, like like watching YouTube videos or, you know, doing background work on the stream, which by the way,
Phil Murphy. We're from Jersey, baby. Baby, 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 baby. And you're not.
oh, it faded out too fast. I gotta edit it. I think I want the little rap at the end. But I have some new sounds that I worked on while I was sick. And a couple of other things. I don't have that was a bad call. So So anyway, I was sitting at my computer last night and I'm just kind of like being dumb and, you know, vibing and sitting in front of my, because I like to sit at the end of the bed, which is in front of a window, so I can like look out the window also while I'm working, or I can put my feet up on it, or I can feel the breeze on my face. I like working in front of a window. So I'm just sitting there minding my fucking business and I'm like, oh man, I can't believe I did this thing. I can't believe, like, oh, I'm so stupid. I hit this button and I say that out loud. Like, I don't need to narrate out loud what I just messed up. I'm the only person in the room. Why did I do that? So streaming has absolutely affected the way I talk outside of but tomorrow's No King's Day. I got an email from the South Jersey No, I'm sorry. I got an email from the DSA of New Jersey, okay? Not the South Jersey DNC. That's like last year's drama, okay? So the DSA sent out like a general meetings email, and it was from like an actual email, not like an automated email as far as I could tell. And it was like, hey, we're having a meeting on this Saturday the 18th at 1 o'clock. Now, I don't know if you all have looked at the No Kings map. Hold on, I gotta pull it. Where last I heard, there was like 2,500 protests. So here's No King's Day in the United States. Oh fuck. Don't need 3 Americas. But look at that. It's in Australia. It's in Ghana. I hope that's how you say that. It's in Hawaii. I do appreciate that Hawaii put no dictators, because Hawaiians, and I respect this and I wish this for them, they want to go back to how Hawaii was pre-America Purchase, right? Pre-America overthrowing the government, and they deserve their kingdom back. They absolutely do. They deserve the right to self-determination just like every other colonized land, okay? Those people deserved their freedom. And so I appreciate that they were like, no dictators, because it's like, yeah, I don't mind going back to a king because we were a kingdom and we thrived. Hawaii thrived before the United States fucked it over. We'll get there. That's a post-World War II problem, okay? Well, post the story of fascism and the rise of fascism and how we defeated fascism. Why is another lesson, okay? We can do the Pacific Theater as its own section, as most schooling systems do. Anyway, No Kings is gonna be popping. So the DSA in New Jersey is doing a meeting at 1 o'clock on Saturday. And I emailed them and I was like, hey, what about No King's Day? Are like, don't you think you're gonna have like a small turnout to the meeting because like people are gonna be at the protests, or unable to attend like the meeting on Zoom because they're gonna be at the protests? And like, also, wouldn't it be better to go out and like, I don't know, network, talk to people, convince them to our cause, you know, or make them aware of who we are? Because other than Zohran Mamdani, nobody has heard of a democratic socialist since AOC. Like, I mean, people have been called that, and people have been called socialists and stuff, but there's not like a major political figure that most people can point to at this current moment in politics outside of AOC and Bernie Sanders that have made them think of the DSA, right? Cuomo last night in the New York debate said DSA, Democratic Socialists of America, and even the monitor, not a narrator, moderator, even was like, oh, you're a Democratic Socialist of America. Most people aren't familiar with that. People don't know who we are, okay? We should be out there building solidarity with our community, letting them know that we have their back. And what are they doing instead? They're hosting a meeting. Oh, right. So I emailed them and I was like, hey, what's going on? Like, why are we doing that? Why aren't we out in the field? And I was kind of nice about it. I was just like, oh, I mean, it was neutral. I didn't have a tone. And I got an email back that was like, I just scroll, okay? First of all, I'm not reading that. Second of all, I did read it. And what I read was, and this is the summarized version, which I did talk about in the Discord. Maybe I'll screenshot the email and post it. But they told me that they had a meeting already to discuss No King's Day, and that they voted no to cancel the meeting, and they voted no to attend the meeting, and that they don't 100%, or they don't, they aren't affiliated with No Kings. I think is like the way I would describe it. And that they have flyers and stuff like that, but they can't drive it to the shore, so here, you do it. And then, like, it was just excuse after excuse after excuse of why, like, we can't help people. And so my response back to them, and I'll read it to you. I said, nah, I'm good. This is really disappointing and makes me wish I never joined the DSA. Thanks, because it's true. I felt like I was reading a DNC email, okay? Why did I leave the Democratic Party if the next party I'm gonna try to throw my, like, anything behind is just gonna be the same thing? I don't want the same thing. That's why I joined the DSA. Hi, Blue. You didn't get first. Dorothy did. But, like, why did I join the DSA if it's the same fucking song and dance? This is ridiculous. And you're not even going, and you're not even like, hey, we will have members there. We're just, you know, whoever couldn't make it is going to go to this meeting. And it's at 1 o'clock on Saturday. And most of the protests in Jersey, I was napping, feel little cheeks. Let's see, 11 to 1, 2 to 3:30, 12 to 3, 12 to 4, that's a longer one. Sorry. What's Cape May doing? Cape May is 2 to 4. Ocean City is 10 to 1. I feel like cheeks. I don't know what that means. What is cheeks? Atlantic City, 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. Galloway, 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. Long Beach Island, 1 p.m. to 3. So you see, like, most of these crossover. Oh, I'm sick. Oh, that sucks. Most of these are 1 p.m., around 1 p.m., in between 1 p.m. Like, how? I don't know. I'm not happy. I'm not happy with the New Jersey DSA. Feel cheeks is to feel like bongos, like bingo banga bongo. I'm sick too. I'm still working through it. But it's blue language? Alright, whatever. Anyway, so I'm like, what the fuck? Why am I in the DSA if they're just gonna be the DNC? This is just the DNC all over again. So I would love to revoke my DSA card and just be a non-affiliated voter at this point. Like, I am just so fucking sick. I don't want to give my name to any party that's shit. Okay, that doesn't align themselves with helping their community. These are your neighbors. The whole point of socialism is to share the help. I don't understand. Like, maybe that's why they're called democratic socialists. They gotta get the moderates somehow. But I don't know, that's really it outside of, like, you know, just kind of resting and trying to get better. I played like a little bit of Fallout, but the only thing I don't have from the Mischief Night event is the jack-o'-lantern backpack flare. So I keep playing the events, but I haven't gotten it yet. And my biggest problem I'm having is that everybody's so fucking excited to start. Okay, let me backtrack. In Fallout 76, there's events. You, like, when you go to events, the multi-online play. When you go to events, a bunch of people show up. Now, typically, what has been established in other events I've been in from the time I started playing Fallout 76, like officially, not the beta, until now, is that you wait until, like, as close as you can, like, I don't know, wait till, like, there's a minute left or 30 seconds on the clock left before you start and activate the event. Because you want to make sure people can get in. They start the events really fast. Yeah, and before a lot of people can join in. So that's what's happening with with a lot of the servers I've been in for the Mischief Night event, is that as soon as the first person gets there, they're starting the event. And the way the Mischief Night event works is you're at the top of this hill and you have to run down this hill while shooting enemies and like trick-or-treating and like blowing up fireworks. You're just causing mayhem and like lighting fires and stuff, and you have to just keep going. And like if you get outside of the event zone, which moves, you are going to lose your ability to do it, or it will deactivate the quest or whatever. And like if the quest starts here, right, and this is the finish line, sometimes by the time I get there, and I click on this thing as soon as it shows up, like 10 seconds, 45 seconds, 1 minute, like as soon as I am like finished what I am, you know, doing so I can click into that menu, I click into it, right? So this is the finish line. This is the starting line, right? You're up at the top of this hill, you go down this hill, go this way, people blow up a bunch of cars, and usually by like this point is when everybody else jumps into the event. Like if you get in past a minute, this is where you're starting, is down here. Not up here where the people who got in first are, down here. So you're already missing like half the event XP. And then you just go to this point and it's just like, I can't do it. Like I can't move that fast. Yeah, it's so bad every time. So like I try to make sure I click it as soon as I see it. And like there have been like 1 or 2 times where people have waited the 2 minutes instead of the full like 4.5 minutes that it takes to start the event, or that it gives you to start the event. I am so frustrated with it. It makes me not want to do the Mischief Night event. I wish there was like a community, a way to convey. Do you have any mutations on your character? No. No, I get rid of those. I had one I really liked. I forget what it was called, but it let me reload faster. And I think it did one other thing. And I tried to do something to make sure it didn't go away, and then my like rads were super high, so I took 1 rad away, went away like that. I was like, are you kidding me? I've been diseased with like red mutations, and it takes like 400 radaways and then a disease cure. There's a perk that makes it so you don't lose them when you use radaway. Yeah, I had that attached. But I guess for whatever reason, because I wanted to keep it that specific perk, or that specific mutation, like I was very happy with it. I usually dilute my radaway. Is that what I have to do? I sell all my extra stuff. I only keep 100 radaway on me, and 100 stim packs, and 1,000 arrows, and a bunch of purified water and food. And that's really all I try to carry on me. Everything else gets sold. Broken down or sold. I sell my drugs. I sell my junk. I sell my junk in bulk junk. I sell food. I sell anything I can. Mostly just because I like want people to have access to it. Because there's been so many times where I've gone into a server, visited every single player vendor looking for Nuka-Cola Cranberry, and I can't find it. So anytime I come across extra, or like more than either I need or I know a quest needs, I throw it into the sales thing. But I'm enjoying Fallout 76. I just feel a little burnt right now. Wish Bethesda would make a crossplay. Yeah, me too. I hear they're toying with it. Also, there's something going on the 23rd. Not in Fallout 76, but like in the Bethesda universe. Like I think they're doing some kind of thing. They're gonna make some kind of announcement. I believe the announcement is Fallout New Vegas remastered or whatever. Or Fallout New Vegas plus Fallout 3 remastered. Like they'll do it at the same time since those games only apart. So that's my guess. And also I know Fallout season starts in like December, which is when it ends. And the next season after this is based around Fallout 76. I will be the first person to purchase Fallout New Vegas Remastered. If I had the money, I might. If it's just the same game, I don't know. Like, unless it does anything that's like quality of life improvement, you know? But I don't think they did that. I will literally turn my universe inside out to make sure I get it first. But I haven't played much Animal Crossing because I caught all the fish and the bugs for the month and all the stickers. But I am trying to get the Halloween decorations. Like, I'll pop it on off or grab recipes and stuff. Trying to get one of the villagers to, I will drop kick my fellow I lost my train. On. Describe my light changer as though it was my. Oh, Animal Crossing. Yeah, I'm just kind of bored of it. Thought of train. Oh, I read that as train of thought, or I forget what I read it as. I have a slight headache. Oh, I'm sorry if I'm being loud. I was gonna get to the news, so I was probably gonna quiet down for a little. Nah, you're fine. So let me check volume up. Oh, loud. I don't know if you guys noticed, but YouTube had an update and I hate it. I hate bottom bit. Just sawdust in the weather. Have some cola like I did. That worked. But anyway, they like change stuff and I don't like it. Old woman yells at cloud.
Sup, you beautiful bastards! Welcome back to the Philip DeFranco Show, your daily dive into the news.
I haven't
It is
noticed.
Thursday, and there's a lot to talk about. In fact, so much so, you get
I
another
have.
daily dose today. You got this, and then I stole an hour of Ben Rhodes' time to just talk about a lot of really important stuff for the.
But I see it now. Yeah, look, there's a theater mode, and the theater mode is like it's different. That's all I'm gonna say is it's differently shaped than it has been in the past. So I have to resize everything again if I wanted to use. I mean, the bars on the side aren't black anymore, which is cool, I guess. But
The In Good Faith podcast, link to that down below. But that said, we have a lot to talk about, starting with this. We need to talk about what we're seeing with this government shutdown again, because we're seeing a lot, starting with a federal judge blocking Trump from firing thousands of federal workers during the shutdown, at least for now. And that because on the first day of the shutdown, labor unions representing more than 800,000 federal workers sued the Trump administration over its plan to use the shutdown to conduct mass firings of government employees. Right? And they argued that Trump's actions were illegal and exceeded his authority as president. And so the unions, they asked the judge to temporarily block the layoffs that have already been announced and to stop Trump from making any future layoffs while the case plays out in court. And then you had the judge granting that request, saying that she believed that the unions were likely to win their argument that Trump acted illegally and exceeded his authority in making those cuts. And actually, in her ruling, she took aim at Trump's actions and claimed at one point that his administration has, quote, taken advantage of the lapse.
she's gonna go to the Supreme Court and they're gonna be like, yeah, you have to reinstate him, but whatever. Like that's the playbook for the last 10 months.
Spending and government functioning to assume that all bets are off, that the laws don't apply to them anymore, and they can impose the structures that they like. I mean, the judge also explicitly pointing out the fact that Trump has repeatedly said that the federal layoffs will target Democrats. So with that, arguing that his threats indicate that his actions are just driven by politics. But of course, that brings us to the question of, well, will Trump actually obey this court order?
No.
Which really, I mean, what a time. I mean, it used to be unthinkable that a president would just go, the law? Did you forget who you're dealing with? Now, right, that's a sentence I end up saying every time a judge issues any kind of decision against Trump. And already the administration has indicated that they're just going to violate the court order.
Yeah.
I mean, literally, right after the ruling came down, you had OMB director Russell Vaught going on the Charlie Kirk.
Judges need to start throwing the DOJ lawyers into jail. That's just so when you are a lawyer, there's like forget what the word is off the top of my head, but I know it. It's basically where like the judge, it's like a reprimand, but like the judge can actually put you contempt of court. They can put you in contempt of court and they can actually put in like it's either like a jail or like a holding area for like a certain amount of time for like being this kind of asshole. And I really do think judges should start holding these lawyers in contempt of court. Stop threatening it. Stop dancing around it. Stop being pussyfoots. Okay? We're all well aware that they are breaking the law. You're all well aware that they keep breaking the law. And we are all well aware that they are not going to follow your court order. So just oh no, it loses on appeal or whatever. Like, fuck it. At least you put it out there that you were gonna do it and that this will happen if these things keep happening. That would put the fear of God into any lawyer, whether they are on Trump's side or not, because they know that they have to get a job after Trump dies. Okay, and having contempt of court on your record is not a good sign. Okay, so I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, but I think judges should start. Just do it. Just throw them in contempt.
Showing saying that the administration could lay off around 10,000 workers in total during a shutdown. Which, I mean, that alone is a standout update because that's way more than the roughly 4,000 employees that the White House announced that it was firing late last week. And then, you know, all the while this is playing out, nothing's really changed in Congress. Republicans and Democrats are still locked in this fierce stalemate, and both parties, they're still locked in a battle to pin the blame on one another. And actually, regarding the argument and debate, you had Bernie Sanders and AOC holding a CNN town hall yesterday. And one of the things you saw when they were taking questions from the audience is that they continue to point fingers at Republicans. They were both accusing Republican leadership of just refusing to even get on the phone and have negotiations with Democrats. And at one point, I mean, you saw this interaction between Bernie and a Republican college student who had been selected to ask a question.
How do you think this shutdown reflects on Chuck Schumer's leadership?
Well, I think it reflects more on Mike Johnson's leadership and President Trump's leadership. This is a leadership which said it's okay to give well, how do you feel? You tell me. Think it's a good idea to give $1 trillion in tax breaks to the richest people in the country and then make massive cuts to healthcare for working class people?
I think Chuck Schumer has voted for continuing resolutions 13 times in the last 4 years, and he has the opportunity to vote for one again, but he's refusing to come to the table.
Well, I think, look, as I have said, there are 53 Republicans in the Senate, correct?
Yes.
They need 60. What does that mean? It means you have to talk to the other side. Mike Johnson is not talking. John Thune is not talking. President Trump is not talking. That is the problem.
And actually, right after that, you had the town hall host, CNN anchor Caitlin Collins, tossing another Schumer-related question over to AOC.
Can I ask you, Representative Ocasio-Cortez, on that? Because we actually heard from House Speaker Mike Johnson today on Chuck Schumer. He said he's supporting the shutdown to prevent a primary challenge from his left wing. Do you think that's what's driving Senator Schumer here?
No, absolutely not. It's such an insane suggestion. And in fact, it speaks to how desperate they are.
Right, and then also with this topic, you had Bernie Sanders kind of jumping in, going like, what are we talking about?
But are you saying that Senator Schumer should not be worried about a primary challenge from you?
I mean,
All right.
no.
Let me
this-
jump
I don't
in on
think
this one.
is
Let me-
about
this
anything
is- see,
this is what we're
Caitlin-
talking about.
That's exactly what we're talking
This is what we're
You have a
talking
country
about.
that is falling apart. We had a housing crisis, a healthcare crisis, an education crisis, massive income and wealth inequality, a corrupt campaign finance system, and the media says, oh, you're going to run. What are you going to run for? Nobody cares. She'll run more time.
Nobody cares.
It's the House Speaker and President Trump and the Vice President saying it.
Right.
Pardon?
Well, of course, they're saying it to deflect attention away from the real issues.
Exactly.
Right, and then regarding the actual issues at hand here, there was this very interesting interaction around healthcare and how things are going to affect Trump voters and how we should think about it.
On the issue of healthcare, a lot of the clinics and hospitals that are negatively affected the most under the One Big Beautiful Bill are located in rural, mostly Republican areas. A lot of the increases in Affordable Care Act premiums that Democrats are fighting to prevent are concentrated in more rural Republican areas. If the Republicans are so insistent on sticking it to their own voters on this issue, why don't the Democrats just let them?
Not right.
I think Alexandria touched on this before. And that is, we are, one of the things, and this really annoys.
I'm gonna just say my piece. I don't care if my tax dollars go to help somebody else regardless of their politics or state they're in. I don't. And I don't want to stick it to them. I don't want to be like, you know what? I'll give up my health care. So fuck you, red states. So you can't have your health care, red states. It's like, no, we both lose. We both lose. I know we can both win. We can both have health care. Why would I give that up? Why would I, you know what? I'll give up my health care because you should fucking die. Like, what the fuck? What kind of a fucking, don't stick
Annoys
things
me
to
about
people.
Trump. He's dividing this country. Why would I not? You know, when we hit the road, we were in Idaho, right? It's the most conservative state in America, I think. We had many thousands of people coming out. We are Americans. What, you think I would feel okay?
Yeah, but the GOP doesn't like non-whites getting stuff, so everyone loses. It's not, it's that end, that plus the fact that they want more money. They want more money. They want their backers to have more money. They want to get more gifts on the side. They want more lobbyists. They want more money. The capitalists want more money, okay? And the capitalists that are in the government are like, oh, if we take healthcare away from them, our backers are going to give us more money, okay? So the people who are like, yeah, if these things shut down, $4 billion goes to, you know, the things that I give a fuck about, so fuck you and your healthcare. Yes, Republicans and some, you know, there are other people that aren't just Republicans that think that there's still welfare queen. There's not. And for the record, if somebody wants to sit there and milk the system to stay at home and have an easier life, and my tax dollars go to that person who does that, great. I don't want them in the community. I don't want them, if they actively want to stay home and not be a productive member of society, like if they are 100% ably bodied, 100% ably minded, like they're, you know, whatever, they literally, like, if you literally do not have a reason, like none whatsoever, other than just like, no, I just don't want to work, you know, and you live alone or whatever, I still think you should get to live that life. And if you want to be that shut in from society, then I don't know if I really want you to partake in society. And you're not going to be able to partake in the extent that actual productive members would do. But also, if you just want to stay home, what's wrong with that? Okay? Some people want to do entrepreneurial stuff. Some people want to be artists. You used to be able to just exist being an artist, okay? Like, it sucked. Artists were very poor, okay? Vincent van Gogh comes to mind. But at least they got to travel and experience beauty and art. And, like, they got to stay home on their own dime because they wanted to. And we would have more creativity and art if we weren't constantly working and producing, like, services and goods to sell to people all the time and then consuming those services and goods. Like, just let people live and give them a livable wage. The people, like, who, what is it? It's like Sweden or Switzerland. They have like a fuck, I can't think of the words right now. I'm so scattered. A basic income, everybody gets paid $36,000 a year. Everyone, whether you work, whether you don't work, whatever, whatever you are, whether you actually, like, you have a job, you get paid $36,000 a year. You can choose to do with your life what you want, and they have found that it has actually bettered their society, their whole community, because people get more time to stay home with their kids. People get to choose the career that they want. They get to study more. They get to be a human being, and putting that quality of life up there improves the society and makes other people want to help other people, and collectively it just becomes better. Universal basic income. Universal basic income is something one of those Scandinavian countries somewhere over in the Baltics is doing, okay? And I'm telling you, that would work incredible here in America. Could you imagine? You every month you get $36,000. Wait, is it every $36,000 a year, okay? Hold on, I'm going to do math on this. Yeah, I know, me math right now. So 36,000, right? Divided. Why does it keep putting like 36,000 divided by 12? That's $3,000 a month. Which 3,000. Say there's 4 weeks in a month, because usually there are. That's $750 a week. That's an additional $750 a week. For most people, that's 1 week worth of paycheck for them. And then if you go to work, you can still opt into that program. And then you don't have to worry about taking vacation days, taking paid time off. You don't have to worry about like anything. And there's a 4-day work week. Like, what are we doing here? And they get health care. They get all these great things from their taxes, and they're more than happy to give up those taxes to better themselves even more. But yet we can't even do that here because it's like, oh, welfare queen. Oh, nobody wants to work. It's like, yeah, some of us do. Like, I would love to get a job right now. I would love to get like a regular job, but it's impossible to find affordable daycare that wouldn't just eat my entire paycheck. Like, what would be the point? It would be, I would get the same thing if I just stayed home. Like, so I don't know. I find it so frustrating that they're like, you know what? But like, also, like, I think everyone should get the ability to do that. And I don't think just because I can't have it that you shouldn't have it or you shouldn't have it. So I'm going to give mine up. So fuck you. Like, there shouldn't be retribution. Everybody should just be like, just get it. Okay? Everybody should just get it universally.
Okay, if somebody in a Republican state died because they couldn't get health care? I would hope not. I would hope nobody feels that way.
And I think it also speaks to a big difference between someone like Trump and someone like me or someone like Bernie, which is that Trump believes that if you don't vote for him, he doesn't have to be your leader. That if you didn't vote for him, that you don't deserve good things to happen to you. I don't care if someone voted for me or not. I don't care if someone is a Republican or an independent or a Democrat. I don't care if someone likes me or not. That will never change the fact that I'm going to fight for them to have health care. I want MAGA to have health care. I want MAGA to be paid a living wage. But he doesn't want people who are Democrats, or he doesn't want people based on their political affiliation to benefit. And that is the difference between a strongman and an authoritarian and a leader of a democracy.
Right, you also had AOC hitting on similar themes throughout the entire town hall.
The problem is that this administration, the Trump administration, folks like Russ Vought, they think that destroying our health care, making sure that housing is too expensive to live in, that jacking up the costs of our groceries, they think all of this is about hurting Democrats. What they are doing is hurting Americans, and they are hurting this country. And if Mike Johnson wants to say that this shutdown is going to last a long time, it is because he is choosing to punish the American people, and we cannot stand for it, and we cannot allow it.
He's also avoiding swearing in that senator or representative from New Mexico, Arizona, because she said she would be the 218th signature on releasing the Epstein files. So also he's trying to do two things. He's trying to hurt people so they come back to do what he wants, and he's trying to avoid the Epstein files. Problem is if they come back, he's got to do the Epstein files. So he can't win either way. Like, it's been like a month and Arizona doesn't have their representative, and like I think we covered it here. I don't know if we did. Arizona's gonna like sue Mike Johnson. Like, he was served and he's gonna get sued if he doesn't comply, like, with swearing her in, because that's part of his job. Like, she is not able to do her job until he does his job, and he's refusing to do his job.
And we also cannot enable it by acquiescing and enabling the behavior of bullies. So it ends today.
Right, but then also on the other side of this, as the town hall was taking place, you had the White House's rapid response account live tweeting the whole thing. The account slamming and mocking both AOC and Bernie, while also pushing the same Republican talking points that we've seen over and over again, trying to blame the Democrats for the shutdown.
Wait, the official White House? Oh, Rapid Response 47. sad.
But ultimately, for right now, we're still in this waiting cycle. The government is shut down. You have tons of Americans wondering when or if they're going to get a paycheck. Of course, there's the health care of it all. You know,
I don't know if Trump has actually gotten the paychecks to, but I've been hearing it various channels, not just on the internet. There are rumblings that people are in the military and their families are unable to get money to them. I am interested to see if the reason that Trump is wanting the military to get paid badly, not because he respects soldiers, because he's a draft dodger, remember, but because he knows there will be a mutiny if this keeps going on. So he's trying to bide the time.
a lot of it ends up feeling like, as people feel more pain points, like where does the polling go on this? Does it apply political pressure? We'll have to wait to see. But then next up in the news, Jeffrey Epstein's inner circle knew about his crimes and just didn't care. That is easily one of the biggest claims we just got from Virginia Giuffre's memoir, which comes out next week. Right in Virginia, she was one of the most prominent Epstein victims. Her family announced that she had died by suicide back in April. And now we're seeing this excerpt from her new memoir that was just published in The Guardian. And there she discusses how she got a job at Mar-a-Lago.
New episode of South Park was pretty good. I had to leave the debate because kids putting him down for bed and turned into a nightmare. So I didn't get to even finish the debate last night.
Where her father worked when she was 16 years old. Right, and that is where she says she met Ghislaine Maxwell, who apparently saw her from the car and then got out to follow her, and Virginia describing her as an apex predator closing in. But they're saying Maxwell then invited Virginia to Epstein's home to see if she wanted to work for him as well. And according to this piece, when she arrived, Maxwell brought her to a bedroom where Epstein was fully nude and instructed her on how to massage him, and then forced her to engage in sex acts with them. Right, and then from there, she claims that Epstein eventually asked her to quit her job at Mar-a-Lago to work with him full time. And as for why she and many other young girls that he is accused of trafficking said yes, Virginia claimed two things. One, Epstein was, quote, good at spotting girls whose wounds made them vulnerable, and she claimed that many had been abused as children and they felt he was throwing a lifeline to help them from drowning. And then, in Virginia's case, she claims that he showed her a photo taken of her brother at a distance and said, we know where your brother goes to school. You must never tell a soul what goes on in this house. And I own the Palm Beach Police Department, so they won't do anything about it. And from there, Virginia says that she was trafficked to an unnamed billionaire, academics, a gubernatorial candidate, former U.S. Senator, and Prince Andrew. And of Andrew, she specifically called him entitled, as if he believed having sex with me was his birthright. Right? And then this piece from the book closes with Virginia calling for more to be done to address Epstein's crimes, claiming, some people still think Epstein was an anomaly, an outlier, and those people are wrong. While the sheer number of victims Epstein preyed upon may put him in a class by himself, he was no outlier. The way he viewed women and girls as playthings to be used and discarded is not uncommon among certain powerful men who believe they are above the law. And many of those men are still going about their daily lives, enjoying the benefits of their power. With Virginia then adding, don't be fooled by those in Epstein's circle who say they didn't know what he was doing. Epstein not only didn't hide what was happening, he took a certain glee in making people watch. And people did watch. They watched and they didn't care. And so this book, it's titled Nobody's Girl, and it was reportedly completed before Virginia died. And, it's a book that understandably is making a ton of headlines, especially with those who have read advanced copies calling it utterly devastating. Right? And obviously, all of this comes as Epstein and the push to release the files, they've been all over the headlines as well. And actually, there are some updates regarding that effort today, right? And specifically regarding House Speaker Mike Johnson and Arizona's representative-elect Adelita Grijalva. Because as we've talked about, she was elected back in September, and once sworn in, she'll be the final signature needed to force a vote on whether or not to demand the Epstein files be released. She'd be the 218th vote, but Johnson has yet to swear her in, and Grijalva believes that he's intentionally putting this off because he wants to...
Oh yeah, I think most of us are pretty sure about that.
Avoid this specific vote. Now, for his part, Johnson's been claiming that he cannot seat her while Congress is not in session, but there's actually no rule mandating that, and he actually previously swore in to Republicans who won special elections during a recess. So Johnson, he's been facing a lot of heat, especially from Democrats, to finally swear her in. I mean, he even had Arizona's Attorney General threatening legal action, sending a letter to Johnson saying, you and your staff have provided
I did not pre-watch this episode.
Shifting, unsatisfactory, and sometimes absurd stories as to why Ms. Grijalva has not been sworn in. We thus demand that Ms. Grijalva be immediately sworn into office and admitted to her rightful seat. Should you fail to provide such assurance, we will be forced to seek judicial relief to protect Arizona and the residents of its 7th congressional district. Though you also had Senator Ruben Gallego slamming Johnson and not mincing words.
Let's cut to it. Speaker Johnson is protecting pedophiles. That's what this is all about. The only reason Adelita Grijalva is not being sworn in right now is because he wants to protect whatever is in those files, all the pedophiles that would be revealed.
Right, and then also others accusing Johnson of helping a White House cover-up. Right, and all of this, it comes as there are also pushes for accountability outside of the government. I mean, just yesterday, Bank of America and Bank of New York Mellon were sued for allegedly enabling Epstein's trafficking schemes. And according to reports, both are class action suits from Epstein accusers who claim that the banks gave Epstein and his associates special treatment and didn't report suspicious activity until after his death. It's a big updates across the board on a story and situation that will not be leaving the news anytime soon, regardless of what Johnson and this White House try to do. And then there's more we've got to dive into in just a minute, but first let me say, longtime viewers know that I've worked with Z-Biotics pre-alcohol for years, because it's the one thing that actually makes my mornings better, not worse. Morning After Fill really thanks them for creating this magic and for being a great sponsor. Because you ever notice the older you get, the worse the next morning feels after just a couple of drinks? It's like your body, it switched from party mode to punishment mode. I've talked about it. The first time that I tried it was before a Chargers game, and the next day I was tackling chores like it was game day. And my wife was like, how are you this person right now? But to break it down, when you drink, alcohol gets converted into an unwanted byproduct in your gut. And that buildup, not just dehydration, is a culprit behind feeling off the next day. And pre-alcohol is engineered to produce an enzyme that breaks that byproduct down. So just make pre-alcohol your first drink of the night, then drink responsibly, hydrate, and get some sleep. Tomorrow, boom, you're human again. With fall here, tailgates, game days, Friday celebrations.
Okay, I just want to add over him. I was watching Bluey today with my son, and I was like, one of the characters was like, Healer, which is the last name of the dogs, Bluey and Bingo Healer. And then I was like, oh, wait a minute. I don't know if there is any dogs that aren't like married and have kids with a different breed of dog. I think every group dog, because the collie, there's Mackenzie Collie, I think, and there's Jack Russell, the Jack Russell. And I was like, oh, there's no mutts. I was like, I wonder why. I was listening to a Spooky Grandma podcast earlier, and it felt like a feat. Great, you should listen to Lore. I post them in. I'm gonna just throw some music on real fast. I gotta bad. Lo-Fi Girl is already on her Christmas game. We haven't even gotten to Halloween. Alright, I'll be right back. I'm back. I'm putting my headphones on. I got ice cream so I can have a cola float, or a cream soda, or whatever you want to call it. Stray Kids Def told him about 6'7". What are 6'7"? Wait. What's 6'7" mean? Don't do it. Is it like a salute? I'm not on TikTok.
Christ, there's a boomer around here.
Kids are too young. Oh, your kids are too young? Oh, okay. It's true, they are very young. I have no idea what it is.
Dorfidoodle says 6'7".
I'm just gonna eat my ice cream float. Fuck you guys. Fuck you guys right in the butt. And you're not even gonna tell me? That's fucked up. That is fucked up. Oh.
So what are you waiting for? Scan that QR code or go to zbiotics.com/DeFranco and use code DeFranco for 15% off your first order. But then next up in the news, Donald Trump just gave the CIA the green light to conduct covert action in Venezuela, and we need to talk about it, right? Even though I know a lot of you are like, but Phil, what are you thinking? When has the CIA meddling in Latin America not been a good thing? Now, with that said, right now it's not known whether the agency is planning any specific operations in Venezuela, right? And you've got places like the Washington Post reporting that people familiar with the matter had said that CIA personnel were sent to the region to collect intelligence. intelligence, not conduct armed operations. And actually, you had one source claiming that a lack of solid intelligence during Trump's first term, that contributed to the failure of a number of indirect attempts to foment military rebellion or cause Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro to step down. Right? And you also had the man in charge of Venezuela policy at the State Department during Trump's first term, who also happened to be involved in a failed 2002 coup attempt against former Venezuelan President Hugo Chavez, noting, to say that there might be something covert is not to say that it has to involve shooting. And so he suggested that the agency might attempt to infiltrate the Venezuelan military or launch psychological operations that might cause Maduro.
Saying it out loud? The fuck? What? Can anybody hold us accountable, please? For the love of God. Grow a fucking pair, please. I'm begging the world.
To flee into exile. But of course, we also know that the use of force is absolutely on the table. Right, literally, right now, there are thousands of troops, Navy warships, and a submarine all stationed in the region. In our military, they've already launched at least 5 strikes against boats that the administration claimed were carrying drugs to the U.S., killing at least 27. With the latest of these actually taking place earlier in the week, and you had Trump announcing it on Truth Social, saying the strike was, quote, conducted in international waters, and 6 male narco-terrorists aboard the vessel were killed in the strike, and adding, intelligence confirmed the vessel was trafficking narcotics, was associated with illicit narco-terrorist networks, and was transiting along a known drug trafficking organization route. But of course, with that, you have people asking questions like, what intelligence, what narcotics, what networks, and ultimately, what evidence? Right? And then you've got people saying, even if he did provide that, can you still just go around killing people without a trial? And well, the answer, at least according to legal scholars and human rights groups, is absolutely not. In fact, just last month, you had UN experts condemning Trump's actions in the Caribbean, writing, international law does not allow governments to simply murder alleged drug traffickers. Criminal activity should be disrupted.
So then do something about it. Oh my God. The UN is just the Democrats. Let's just send a strongly worded letter. That'll stop him.
Investigated and prosecuted in accordance with the rule of law, including through international cooperation. But big thing is that Trump, he says that drug smuggling, it's not just a criminal activity. Right? You've got Trump basically arguing that it's actually an act of war and these were enemy soldiers. Right at first, when the military killed 11 people in its initial strike on September 2nd, Trump signed a letter to Congress telling lawmakers that the action had been taken in self-defense. But then what you saw is that later in the month, after another 2 strikes killed several more people, his administration sent a different kind of notice to Congress. Right here, you had Trump saying that he had determined that the U.S. was now in a non-international armed conflict with various Latin American cartels and gangs that his team had designated terrorists, right? And saying that suspected drug smugglers for these organizations that could be lawfully targeted as unlawful combatants. And then with this latest strike, you had Trump simply claiming that he had ordered the strike under his standing authorities as commander-in-chief. And at least as of recording this, the administration hasn't actually released any sort of detailed legal analysis to support its thin arguments, right? Possibly because the logic, the law, and the basic facts, they don't seem to be on Trump's side. And I say that because besides the legal criticism, you have experts saying that blowing up Venezuelan boats, it's not actually going to stop the flow of drugs into the United States. Right? And that's because, one, in the case of fentanyl, for example, which is the
And because the American government is actually the ones bringing the drugs in the United States. Was it the DEA or DEI? No, DEI is like anybody who isn't white. Even though realistically, it's kind of like the opposite. Like, you want more white people in because you feel like there's too many people of color. So you're like, oh, we need reverse DEI. Where that
deadliest drug in the U.S. Venezuela plays essentially no role in its production or trafficking. And 2, the vast majority of cocaine that's produced in Colombia, Ecuador, and Peru and smuggled via the Pacific Ocean. And then also, with all of this, we've already seen reports that drug smugglers, they're adapting to the changing situation, finding new ways to move product. And in fact, you even have some saying that these strikes may ultimately make it harder to limit the movement of drugs in the region. Or with, for example, a former U.S. ambassador who served during Trump's first term and under Joe Biden telling the Associated Press that upsetting the U.S.'s longtime allies in the region might hurt our ability to gather intelligence. And with that, you had him pointing to Colombia as an example because their president said last week that a boat recently bombed by the U.S. was Colombian with Colombian citizens inside. Though that said, I will say, no one is more pissed off than the Venezuelan government right now. And in response to Trump confirming the CIA authorization, you had Maduro's government saying that it would raise the issue at the UN Security Council today, blasting Trump's words as a grave violation of the UN Charter, right? And accusing Trump of seeking to legitimize regime change with the ultimate goal of appropriating Venezuela's petroleum resources. And with that, I will say that the Trump administration actually reportedly turned down an offer from Maduro for a dominant stake in Venezuela's oil and other mineral wealth. But also, it may just seem like there's more to gain from someone else being in power there. And in fact, several American officials, they've reportedly been very, very clear in private that their end goal is in fact driving Maduro from power. With this primarily including Secretary of State Marco Rubio, but also CIA Director John Ratcliffe, who notably said during his confirmation hearing that he would make the agency less risk-averse and more willing to conduct covert action when ordered by the president. But then, with all of that said, it's also been reported that Trump has made no final decision on using force to overthrow Maduro. But also, in addition to confirming
I like that the closed caption said Andor.
reported that Trump has made no
Look, Trump has made no final decision on using force to overthrow Andor. Oh my god. That is the best caption change. Oh my god.
final decision on using force to overthrow Maduro. But also, in addition to confirming the authorization granted to the CIA yesterday, you had him acknowledging again that he's considering strikes on Venezuelan soil. And so, ultimately, we're gonna have to wait to see what our no wars president does next. But at least for right now, the situation continues to escalate. It's definitely seeming more and more of a powder keg. But then next up in the news, we should talk about why thousands of truckers are getting pulled off the road right now. Especially as we're now seeing Republicans
Wait, I'm distracted. Does Phil have makeup on? If he does, that's fine.
doubling down.
But his cheeks are like a different shade than his forehead, and it kind of like blends up into here. And it's kind of like a different color. Like this is definitely not the same color as this. Wow, such pacifism, much peace. Yeah, give me the Nobel Peace Prize. I mean, it's fine if he's wearing makeup. I just
And actually
want to
cutting
work on
cash
the
to
like. I just want him to work on the shade a little more. That's all.
states that won't play along. Right? And specifically, we're talking about drivers being sidelined for failing English proficiency exams. Because you see, according to an analysis of Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration data, there have been 6,000 truckers pulled off the road since June 1st for failing to demonstrate enough understanding of the English language. And that notably, it puts them in violation of rules that were laid out earlier this year by Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy. And that because you had Trump saying that truckers who aren't able to read, understand, and converse in English to a certain standard would be declared unfit for service, meaning that they wouldn't be able to drive a commercial truck again until the problem was addressed. And with that, you had Duffy saying, Americans are a lot safer on roads alongside truckers who can understand and interpret our traffic signs. A driver who can't understand English will not drive a commercial vehicle in this country, period. Now with that, a big thing is that English proficiency requirements for truckers have actually been around for years. But in the Obama era of 2016, the penalty for those failing to meet those requirements, it was kind of more relaxed. It gave drivers who failed roadside English exams a ticket instead of yanking them off the job entirely. Now, of course, with this, one of the big questions is, okay, well, how big of a deal is it? And well, at least according to experts and analysts, they say that there's actually no data showing a connection between English proficiency and accidents involving commercial truck drivers. In fact, according to the FMCS,
here's the correlating line. It's just racist thought process. Like it's just racism. Oh, these people can't drive because they're not white men.
say most commercial crashes are caused by drivers falling asleep or some other impairment, right? And then there's also the fact that proficiency or whatever that is, it's totally subjective, with Brandon Wiseman, for example, president of Truck Safe Consulting, saying one officer might think is proficient, another officer down the road might think is not proficient. That makes it tough, right? And then likely making this even harder, we don't know exactly what questions are included in the roadside exam that's administered by the state police. Though you do have industry experts saying it's probably questions like, where are you going and what was your starting point? But then also, on top of that, and it's one of the reasons we're talking about this today, there is a serious concern that yanking truckers off the job, it's going to impact the industry, and if too many are pulled, the wider U.S. supply chain. And of course, that concerns in addition to concern from advocates saying that Latino drivers who make up more than 15% of truckers are going to be unfairly targeted by those administering the test. And with all this, you had one advocate saying, a truck driver who does speak English sufficiently to comply with federal standards, but maybe they speak with an accent or maybe they use a different vocabulary that the inspector isn't used to hearing, is that person then going to be subject to an English language violation? But again, this is just sharing the concerns here, and it doesn't appear to have stopped the current administration from moving forward. But then from that, finally today, I want to end with a little self-promo and one more thing. And so for the self-promo, people have been asking if we're going to do anything for Halloween. We are doing a Beautiful Bastard drop for Halloween, and in fact, it launched just today. And I know a good number of y'all are going to be excited because we are relaunching the Ghouls Just Want to Have Fun gear, Emotionally Gothic. Our one days will all
God, it's like Clash of Clans before Glow Cat was. What do you mean? I never played Clash of.
I'll be Skeleton Skelly, and that cult hit, My Body Hurts and I Hate the Government. Can we cuddle and watch spooky movies? With a number of these being bigger, fuller prints and new colorways. So definitely grab everything you want over at beautifulbastard.com right now, especially because
I hate to admit it, but Philip DeFranco does have one of the nicest lines of merch.
even though we're launching this now, we're going to be resetting the site somewhat soon. That's going to include a reset of a lot of our graphic gear. But then finally today, I wanted to include a little bit of my conversation with Ben Rhodes. Of course, link to the full podcast, the In Good Faith podcast, in the description. But it was something that it felt like it made sense to share here.
Well, when I left government, I was not on the best terms, with the Israeli government. It was after the whole Iran deal fight. And it was about a year and change later that the Guardian had this report that a group called Black Cube which is a collection of former Mossad agents, had been contracted to kind of dig up dirt, spy on me, right? Now, Black Cube was also the same private intelligence outfit that had done this to like Harvey Weinstein's accusers. Like they've been around the block. And actually, I could go back and see that they had contacted my wife. And what was interesting is they had contacted my wife and said that they were movie producers from a group called Shell Productions, which is kind of aptly named. And they wanted to talk to her about the...
There would be people that would join Clash of Clans to try to get EO leader rank right away, just so they could kick out everyone in the clan. Oh, that's awful.
Private lives of people that had negotiated nuclear deals and, you know, normalization of relations with an adversary. So it was suspicious on its face.
Oh, Clash of Clans used to have global chat, and it was just absolute stupidity and chaos. Absolute stupidity and chaos. Oof. I could not imagine. It's probably like what, like first gen. Actually, it might be exactly what first gen RuneScape was like, where it was just like everybody all at once, no filters. You can see especially when you were like in the town. Oof.
And then I talked to some journalists who'd seen this file, and they had like pictures of my car, or they had my parents' phone number and things like this. Now, what I found interesting about this whole thing when it happened is, first of all, they weren't exactly trying to cover their tracks that much. So I actually think, in kind of looking at this question of private intelligence and how it harasses people, that the intimidation was as much the point.
But that, my friend, is the end of this video. But of course, there's more just a click away. You've got my brand new podcast.
Thanks, Phil. Thanks for the news. Okay, so I watched this Zed earlier today. Maybe let me backtrack a little bit. I don't even know. Like, I kind of want to talk about the mayoral debate. I don't want to watch it, but I kind of don't. So, like, I don't want to watch Hassan yell over it because I don't know. What do you guys think? Should I go over the debate or should I just give you the highlights? Bot. Oh my god, wait, there's a Love is Blind is back out? Oh, buddy. I know you watched the debate last night with. It's fine. It's fine. We're gonna do Love is Blind. Lego Batman. we should watch this and then we should watch South Park. If you're up for it. I know you have a headache though. I don't want to. Love is Blind season 9 in Denver. I'd love to. Okay. So let's see. A half hour would put us at like 7:50. Want to start it at like how long is the episode? Like a half hour? Can't remember. That's fine. All right. So what do you say? Like we'll start. Jump into the Discord watch room. I'll stay on stream. I'll just play it on stream. Through Discord. I'm gonna stream Discord, which you will be streaming. Aww. But we'll do it basically after this, so like 8 o'clock. So for anybody who's popping in and out, 8 o'clock, we're gonna be watching the new South Park episode. If that works for you, Blue. If you need to go to sleep, though, I totally understand. For anybody who doesn't know this channel, this is Bachelor Fan Takes. This is a YouTuber who I adore. It's a masculine sound, like a masculine sounding voice who enjoys talking about reality TV show, and his jokes are really funny, and I enjoy his edits and I appreciate his commentary. So please go check him out. Their name is Bachelor Fan Takes. I've been a fan of them for a few years now. But we're gonna watch this one episode and then we're gonna move to South Park as long as Blue is. I know you're feeling sick. Rest too.
You got your mouth on this floor?
Ew.
Oh my, welcome to another season of
Just say South Park time when it's time for South Park. Okay, that's fine.
Love is Blind. This time it's in Denver, and yeah, this is the kind of cast we can expect this time around.
My friends call me Sparkle Megan. I love anything that sparkles.
Sparkle Megan. I will remember that.
Yep, say hello to Sparkle Megan, and she's looking for her.
Mr. Sparkle!
So once again, we're headed back to the pods looking for blind love.
Damn,
And this
that dress is fine as fuck. I would love that. Holy crap.
time, production took that quite literally.
I have a blinding eye condition, and there's a good chance that I'm going to go blind.
Now this is Madison, one of the people we'll be following this season, as Netflix has just pumped out the first 6 episodes, taking us through all the pod dates, on to 6 engagements for the season, and then all the way to the first time the couples all meet each other in Baja. And trust me, this one is going to be anything but a Baja blast. Okay, though, let's not delay this any further. It's time to let Denver's most eligible singles, screened by Production for Maximum Drama, loose into the pods. And to start, let's begin with some of the easy couples, and then work our way into the mess. So this is Allie. She's looking for a partner who's able to match her ambition, and that guy seems to be Anton.
He's
now,
cute.
These two really start to connect when Anton tells her that most people call him Tony, but he wants his future wife to know him by his real name, Anton. And Allie happens to be short for Alini, as Allie got frustrated having to correct people on that, so she just went by Allie. And then once they go through how English wasn't their first language, how they were often bullied for that, this becomes the episode 1 couple, the couple we see every season that is already dropping
good
the
for
L
them.
word in the first episode.
They both bagged a baddie. That's all I can say for now until I find out more about their situation, but they both bagged a baddie. I think I might actually have to bring my heater in my room. Yeah, it's freezing here. I had a sweater and a jacket on today.
And before 60 minutes, they're already engaged. And you know what? Personally, I think these two have a shot. It's early, I know, but they've got one important thing going for them.
They're hot.
And I mean, when they first meet up, bro is squinting when he comes out for the reveal. Like, he can't believe it.
Your hair is beautiful, too.
Thank you.
I love the
Damn,
curls.
she's so fine.
She's stunning.
Yeah, my guy's brain is on dial-up. It's not computing right now.
You are just a little better looking, just
You're
a little
so
better looking than you're just a little better looking.
Now, remember Madison here, the woman literally going blind on Love is Blind? Well, she's also in a couple that doesn't really drift from each other at any point, as she meets Joe and tells him all about her condition and all the unknown factors around it. Like, she could still have some eyesight until she's 90, or it could go really quick in the next few years. There are others that have it who are younger than her and are much worse off, but Joe says if it's his wife,
Bro gone went goofy. Yeah. Yuck, for sure.
will help to take care of her, and that doesn't change the way he feels. So these two are next in line for a proposal and a reveal where Joe is also on dial-up when he sees Madison, but this time it's more because he's having a hard time connecting the person in front of him with the person in the pods.
Oh, whoa. Wow, I was not expecting that. I was not expecting that.
What were you expecting?
I don't know. I just had some. I mean, but it was like, this is a surprise.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah, wow. I don't know.
Madison, however, seems to be in a much better place with all this.
Let me watch you walk away. Let me see that little boy butt. Lift up your jacket. I gotta see the boy butt.
I don't know if it's as plump as you like it.
I love a good boy butt.
Ah, good. Good that she likes that.
Boys,
Boy butt.
look at the ass. Check out the ass.
No
Look at that.
way!
Oh.
He was expecting Danny DeVito. No, what's Danny DeVito's alternate name? You know, I could have had that on my soundboard, and I was like, no one will get that reference.
Now next up is one more couple with very little issues in their relationship, at least from their time in the pod.
Oh, if you guys refresh, you should have new channel points.
odds. Edmund here grew up in the foster
Thank
system
you.
and is looking for a wife and family that he never
I love that he matches glasses to his shirt.
got. Something he thinks he found in Calabria, who says she's not interested in your typical gender roles in a marriage. She doesn't care that Edmund is not afraid to cry. It shows that he's more of a man.
He was like, I'm really not the most alpha man, but I know that I can, when you need me to lead, I'll lead. When it comes to Edmund, I truly feel safe. I feel vulnerable. I feel like he's like my best friend.
Meanwhile, Edmund is in the other room doing spinnies on his bum.
New York City is nothing without pizza.
Holy shit. Oh my god. Oh, my ears. Oh my god. that almost sounded like it was intentionally reverbed. Gonna update that real fast. Where'd that go? What's under alert? Alert. It's hell yeah, New York pizza. I love pizza. I like all pizza, deep dish, Italian, personal. Whatever you want to give me, I will eat. If you call it a pizza, I'll probably eat it. Well, and it has to like have like the 3 ingredients, like crust of some kind, usually made of gluten, or it could be whatever. Cauliflower's fine too. But like a crust, the sauce, a cheese, and I like a protein, but I don't need to have it. There's a lot of pizza I haven't tried, but I want to. I like doing homemade grilled pizza. All right, that was pizza. That was New York. Visuals and sounds. Might make a list of types of pizza and make them homemade. I've done a bunch of different types. I've even done wheat pizza. So but like Ardweed, no, marijuana. I usually like a margarita is like one of my top favorites because I like the way mozzarella tastes after it's been melted and slowly hardened. Like really. So I like margarita pizza. I'm a real big fan of Chicago deep dish meat lovers with peppers, onions, and mushrooms, which is basically a supreme if you just don't have black olives. That is a supreme. Oh my god, I'm so stupid. What I was about to say, did you say weed or wheat? Marijuana. Oh man, what I like to do is I like to do it on the grill. When you do it on the grill, the cheese gets even more melted because you have that like nice dome trapped heat. And then you also have the pizza stone and the flavor of the grill. I love a grilled pizza. But we have a pizza stone that we keep in our oven all the time. Our pizza stone does not really fit on our grill, but make do. Anyway.
His proposal and the meetup was actually one of my favorites, because Edmund is so nervous and just hopes Calabria likes him at least a little bit.
Oh my god, they gotta make sure like Medic is near. Make sure Medic is near. I know I'm probably not the cutest, but I got good personality and I'm in shape.
And then they meet and he is going crazy and she's going crazy and it's really cute. It's genuine, which at the end of the day is what I want to see.
My chocolate king.
They match. Like their shirts.
Okay, well.
Like the colors of their shirts and stuff. Like they seem like they're in the same color coordination. I love that. Hell yeah, look at those two fall in love. Yeah, right? Like it's emotional. Oh, I like the butterflies.
Oh, please don't let me down, you two. I know we've got a lot of season to go, but please, I'm begging you.
Man, I'm like feeling definitely I'm about to cry with a boner.
Oh, she's even got the guy skipping. He's got his knees up. But alright, there
I'm about to cry with a boner. In there.
You have 3 of our 6 engaged couples that get through the pods
Get
with
married
relative
already.
ease. At least from what they cut.
Have you seen or heard of Love is Blind? I don't know if you had internet when it like
into the show. Now, these other three couples, that's where things are gonna get complicated. I mean, some people here even have 3 dudes after them at one time, and by some people, I mean specifically Sparkle Megan. Believe it or not, Sparkle Megan. Yeah, that line apparently worked. Now, does Megan actually...
What year was it? It blew up during COVID, so in 2020. And then it kind of went from there, but I think like the biggest year was the second year, and then after that kind of petered out. They're on season 9 now. They do it in like a bunch of different countries. I may have had it. Yeah, but have you heard of Love is Blind? I feel like you could have answered that faster.
actually Sparkle? Well, she's certainly telling everyone that she does.
What's your name?
Megan. My friends call me Sparkle.
I was either in the middle of the woods or in town. Gotcha. Yeah, Love is Blind is a dating show where you're not allowed to see each other until you agree to, like, get engaged. You get engaged, and then... So you get engaged, and then you fly to a hotel together. You see each other after getting engaged. Fly to your honeymoon. You spend, like, a few days there. You get to meet the other people that, like, were also there because you're separated by gender. You have females on one side, female presenting people on one side, male presenting people on the other side. They fly to the hotel, and then after that, they have to come back to the United States. They go to their jobs, they do whatever they need to do. They go meet each other's families, and then they get married. And and it happens in, like, is it 30 days? It all happens within, like, 30 days.
Sparkle Megan. Blake, this is Megan. My friends call me Sparkle Megan. Jordan, I'm Megan. My friends at home call me Sparkle Megan. Jordan, it's Sparkle Megan. I just love sparkles.
All right, someone must have told her this at a young age.
They said, Terry, you have a sparkle. They said, Terry, you have a sparkle. Do not let those girls take your sparkle away.
Now, Megan is not just sparkly because of her sparkly personality. No, it's also because she's, well, rich. She's got a nice car, nice sparkly bling, and...
This seems like the kind of show my sister Elizabeth would watch. It's a very dating-heavy drama show. It's fun. It's kind of fun. I'm not gonna lie. The earlier seasons, like the ones I watched was like 1, 2, 3, and then from there I've only ever watched his takes on them. It was like kind of watching like I remember when we watched Flavor of Love. It was kind of like that. Like, you know, it's kind of like that goofy brain dead stuff. Excuse me.
In short, she worked in oil and gas and now has her own business. So she's got it all, monetarily at least. Not to mention 3 guys on the line in the pods. The first is Mike, and Mike is pretty much everything Megan's already dated. He's a well-off real estate investor whose lifestyle already matches Megan's. But on the
I do like the background framing. That circle with the 2 like soft layers is very nice. Great job to the set designers.
On the other hand, she's also got Jordan, and Jordan is the opposite of what she's dated. He's younger, he's a single dad, and he drives a Kia. Ugh, I mean... By the way, I drive a Kia. And then there...
That blue shirt almost looked like a Best Buy shirt.
There's Blake, who's sort of right in between. Like on the Goldilocks scale of porridge, he's settling in on just right. But okay, here we have to pause because something happens with Blake that spins Megan's pod
Oh, he's adorable!
experience upside down. And to get to that, we now have to follow Blake to Anna. Someone Blake is also seeing, and here, Blake meets all of Anna's dating requirements.
Okay, so are you very religious?
I am not.
It's so refreshing to hear that.
Yeah.
I'm not either. And you don't sound like you're homophobic or racist.
No.
So Anna is now vibing with Blake, but of course there are
That was a great way to ask those questions, by the way. They weren't like, that wasn't like a, are you racist? It was more of a, you don't sound like this kind of a person. And I appreciate that. That's a great way to ask those questions.
more names we're going to throw in here, as Anna is also seeing Patrick.
Patrick, I'm Anna.
Anna. Is it short for anything?
Anna.
No, I don't know what I expected.
Now, a big part of this experience for Patrick is dating without anyone knowing his ethnicity. As he grew up as the only Asian guy in school, he's the only Asian guy in his friend group, and that has become a struggle when it comes to the dating pool. So, one question he's asking in the pods is, what's your type? What kind of ethnicity do you usually date? And Anna goes, well, we're from Denver, and when you're in Denver, there's really only one option: white guys.
It's what's for dinner.
Now, these two start to slowly suss out that neither of them are white. They talk about speaking more than one language, how their parents are not from this country.
You know that meme of
Spider-Man?
Yeah, that's literally us.
Totally us right now.
And then, over time, talks begin to ramp up with these two. They say they typically don't date the same race, but that's only making this hotter.
I'm Chinese and I'm Cambodian.
That's just so hot.
Yeah, I'm a mix.
Ugh, it's so hot.
What are you?
I'm Chinese.
That's really hot.
Well, this then becomes a weird opposites attract thing, but, well, the opposite of that.
Oh, sweet heavens, yeah. Sometimes in the first season, they plowed them with alcohol. Absolutely, like, just constant alcohol. And it's like reality TV where you work long hours, there's no union, you barely get breaks, you're filming at, like, crazy times for long sections. And they were just all alcohol all the time. It was so bad. It was so bad.
Samesies attract in a hot way, and yeah, either these two are really pent up or production broke the thermostat because they won't stop saying how hot this is.
The fact that maybe my husband is on the other side of the wall is like...
Oh man, gosh.
You know what? They're in Denver. Maybe they're zooted. Maybe it's not wine in their cups.
Oh, I shouldn't have said that.
It's so hot. It's so hot right now.
With that, Anna is now off of Blake, saying he's the kind of guy normally she would have gone for, but in this setting, this is the place where you find the person you'd never have normally gotten to know in real life. So things seem pretty set for these two, right? A proposal seems imminent, but then...
Hello? Anna?
Anna is just gone. Patrick shows up for a pod date, and Anna isn't there. And Patrick is left confused. I mean, he comes walking out of the pods looking like Rick Grimes from the first episode of The Walking Dead.
I don't hear anyone in my pod.
So from here, we learn that Anna has left the show. She's done. Apparently, she was really going crazy, really feeling bummed, and left without saying goodbye to her dates, including Blake, who kind of had Anna as his number one. So then Megan shows up to her next date and...
Hello? Hello?
Oh my god!
Yeah, Megan gets ghosted too, as Blake decides to leave now that Anna is gone, leaving Megan without her number one. But she still has Jordan and Mike.
Oh my god! I told you it's so good. Also, the jumper! Girl, get it. Oh my god! Getting whiplash. I told you this was good.
And Mike, right now, is kind of looking like the guy. He's confident, he's serious, they're
No, but he's gonna leave too. Watch, he's gonna be so bummed about Anna. He's gonna be like, I'm out of here.
Styles match. However, something starts to change. Jordan comes in and tells her all about his son Luca and his diabetes, which strikes Megan as her dad had
Not sure about his
diabetes
fit.
and she took care of him before he passed. Meanwhile, you've got Mike over here saying stuff like,
one of the guys over here he's a dad, and he basically said that his kid has diabetes. It's just like so crazy to me that that can be the case. I had a friend that was pre-diabetic, and he just like totally changed up his diet, and now he's good.
Oh.
No.
Jordan's fit is nice.
What makes this even worse is that
sometimes I like that. I like the colors on this one. I like the shoes, socks match the shirt, and I like the khaki as the separation with the brown belt. The brown belt matches the brown in the shoe. I think that's a great fit. God, everybody's dressed so nice. I could never be on one of these dating shows. I have like one pair of sweatpants with a hole in the leg, 2 pairs of pants, and a bunch of shorts. Like, I can't dress cute to save my life.
at least if the edit of the show is to be believed. At this point, Mike knows that Jordan has been dating Megan.
There's some good girls out there. We're in trouble, dude.
Oh, yeah.
There's already a girl I can't stop thinking about.
Who is
Really?
Yeah, it's a chick named Sparkle Megan.
Get out of here. Ain't no...
Why?
Are you telling the truth?
And while Jordan was initially giving off fun BFF vibes to Megan, when he comes in and talks about how hardworking he is and that driving a whatever
Shirt
car
for
is what he
me.
does so Luca can get
I like that shirt color. It's like a heather pink. And then I like his tattoos and like the way he's posing right now.
get whatever toys he wants, and then tells her he's in love with her, Megan gets emotional. She starts to feel
Sure
like
is
Jordan
nice.
is the person she never would have gone for. A sort of theme this season, but fate, or even her late father perhaps, has guided her to Jordan. He makes her laugh. He's emotional. He doesn't pressure her to make a decision when it comes to the end. He empathizes with her. He puts himself in her shoes.
I would wear that. I like her fit.
Which, by the way, are very sparkly. Well, Mike does put a bit of pressure on, so she's feeling way more relaxed with Jordan all of a sudden.
I'm indifferent about tattoos.
Do you have them?
I have a couple small ones.
BDE? Do you know what that means?
Yeah, I do. Yeah. No. No, absolutely not. The opposite, SDE, okay? Being with a single parent is probably a lot harder than being with someone who doesn't
Every time we see him, there's another sleep tattoo showing.
have a kid. But I just know you would be happy.
Oh, I love you.
Whoa!
So yup, that's it. It's over for Mike, who does kind of try to drop a seed of doubt about Jordan into Megan's mind, saying there's something about Jordan he won't say, but nope. Jordan proposes to Sparkle Megan, and Sparkle Megan is pretty nervous to
Damn,
meet him,
bro.
wondering if Mike's warning was that, I don't know, he was ugly or something. But no, she is shocked when he comes out. Like, sometimes on the show, it's hard to tell how people are
He's
actually
cute.
feeling here, because there are a lot of
Yeah, but Mike flipped it for me. I was in his corner, and then he was like, "No, I'm gonna relationship."
nerves involved, but it's obvious Megan is way smitten.
I also have a bunch of tattoos. I forgot to.
Yes.
I love tattoos.
You need to show me all your tattoos now.
Well, I'd
Like,
have
take
to-
off your pants.
I'd have to get. Whoa.
Yeah, these two are going to be running to their rooms during the honeymoon phase, sprinting.
I'm definitely gonna put the vasectomy to use. Let's just say that. And I to be more tactful, I am very excited just to eat dinner with her.
So there's
He's blushing.
a real happy ending to the pods for these two, which I'm sure will lead to a lot more happy endings over the next few days. And Megan, dare I say it, am I starting to like Sparkle Megan? Like comparatively to a lot of other people on this season? Oi.
I know my dad is up there cheering me on.
Oh wow, I got a little bit of a wagon.
I got a little bit of a dumpy.
So okay, we've now
Yeah.
got two more relationships to get to, and this next one is a doozy, or should I say a doofus, cause, well, just meet Nick.
My go-to pickup line, Johnny Bravo always said, "Hey there, pretty little mama. Are you a underinsured beachfront property? Cause I'm a tidal wave of love."
Now works for you.
Are you an underinsured piece of beachfront property? Johnny Bravo. And I hate him, but I love the quote. That's genius. Not the fact that it's just a pickup line, but like hearing that in a kid's cartoon, like that's clearly like a dig on capitalism. First it was the jean jacket.
No, it never works.
Now, a lot of women write off Nick early on for obvious reasons.
I make martinis on the chairlifts. Like, I'll actually put a shaker in my jacket pocket. Random people are like taking pictures and like posting me online, but I'll be there making martinis for the whole chair on their way up.
Yeah, a lot of the ladies hear stuff like this and go, okay, this guy is putting on an act. I don't quite believe him, so I don't think I want any more dates.
I wait until some little kid.
And now it's just quoting Johnny Bravo without actually trying a Johnny Bravo voice. Yeah.
Probably like 5-6 years old, absolutely eats it in yard sales. And I like tap the girl on my right and I'm like, point, and I'm like, I'm better than him. And it normally gets off.
So you're bullying little kids to pick up girls?
Okay, you might think he's joking, but he actually has something against kids, cause, I mean,
controversial opinion.
He should have been went full Elvis on the impersonation.
I think
Yeah, I
kids getting
fucked up that
hurt is
sentence.
hilarious.
now Nick eventually finds himself with two women. Kate here, who was in an 8-year relationship but was cheated on,
He's
and
hot.
Annie.
What is one thing you wish you could wake up and gain tomorrow? And I'm like, an extra
Everybody is so pretty, and they have such nice clothes. I hate this. I'm so jealous.
inch.
I'm dead. That was funny.
Kate is
Okay,
awesome.
she finds you funny, Nick. Lock it down right now.
Bigger isn't always better. Like, it's fine.
Don't worry, I got a chode. It's like really short, but like super wide.
Now, Annie and Nick connect on a lot of things, like how they want to raise their kids.
If you need to look through my phone to feel better, you're gonna find some weird ass conversations with the boys like, dude, my dick's curly today.
Oh, sorry, I put in the wrong clip. That's actually what he says right before he goes into being Christian and raising kids.
I got
Brother, why?
Same.
I think sometimes they need to be reprimanded.
Hell yeah. Like, I'll be a strict parent for sure. But, like, you know.
Remember now, this is the guy who did say that kids getting hurt is hilarious to him. Oh, and also, he wouldn't be very happy to learn if his kids were gay.
How would you react if at some point your child told you they were LGBTQ+? Do you feel like it's a fad or something that's
100%.
like, you know, you're like, oh, my friend told me I might be this, and like,
It's such a...
Shanice said that she's this, so I think I'm this.
By the way, he then goes into a long story about how his mom thought he was gay, before eventually telling Annie he's ready to get married to her. Problem is, he also told Kate that he's in love with her.
When I love somebody, you're gonna have my love for life. I'm not just gonna take it away and play with that in a very silly way.
So you're not taking it back?
No.
Ha ha! Foreshadowing.
But there is one little crux here for Nick, as Kate tells him her mother passed away from cancer and really suffered. So because of that, she was thinking, how could a god allow that? Does she even believe a god exists? And when Nick asks if she could find her way back to God, and she says,
What in the hello goodbye are you wearing?
as well, I never really was on with God.
I have never been a religious person.
Never been a religious person. Are you kidding me? Never been a religious person. Are you serious right now?
What do you mean?
So they then have this big back and forth where she's like, I told you that already. Also, didn't you say you loved me and you're going back?
Oh my god, what an asshole. Bro came here from Camp Crystal Lake.
Back on me just like that? Well, Nick says his feelings were real, but now he doesn't know.
It was so hard for me to put that out.
It sounds like he's just using it to break it off with her.
There's so many nights spent awake, so many hours spent journaling.
I think maybe we just have kind of like a different definition of love.
And well, Nick walks out and says he just can't be with her anymore.
God, that guy is awful. 2 days ago, he tells me he loves me.
Oh,
Today,
Akatar!
That guy is awful. 2 days.
Right there. A quart of mist, or I'm sorry, it's a quart of frost and starlight right here, the blue one. Right on the table. Akatar, there's another one underneath of it. I don't think it's the second one. This is a binder in between it. But yeah, Akatar.
New York City is nothing without pizza.
What are we New Yorking? Akatar's not from New York.
Days ago, he tells me he loves me. Today, he just breaks up
The
with
lamp
me.
is right
So
over her
Nick
head.
then goes back to Annie and says, oh, Kate really came out with the daggers for me, but I did some praying last night and suddenly...
I'm here because of you. Like, it's no longer I think, or it might. It's like, I'm choosing you.
Which turns out to be actually really big for Annie, because right now what she wants more than anything is validation. Something her other guy, yeah, she had a whole different number one this whole time. Something she says he's not capable of giving her. And every time she was like, show me you want me, Brendan. Show me this is it. Brendan just kept going.
Sitting here asking you, what's our house gonna look like?
You know.
What color door do you want? We wouldn't have had all these conversations about a red door or a blue door. Babe, what color door do you want? What's our house look like?
So Annie tells Brendan it's too late, and it's very clear that the guys all really like Brendan, but don't quite feel the same about Nick.
I'm so confident, and it's like, we're doing it, you know, and it's fantastic and good and great.
I've never felt so strongly about uncertainty with mine. Like, I have no idea what the future is going to be like in a lot of ways with her. That's wild. My life's going to be a lot more boring when you guys aren't around saying stupid shit. We're easy to find, dude.
Well, Annie breaks up with Brendan.
We're easy to find. God, that guy's hot. Oh my god, she bagged a baddie. She bagged a baddie. Damn, daddy.
Brendan and
That is the kind of alpha male shit I love, man. When you can just have like a good comeback like that really just dismantles someone's dumb shit. God, it's fucking hot. So hot.
and all the bros are devastated. Meanwhile, Nick proposes to Annie and he comes back to, you just gotta see this.
We're getting married.
Congrats, brother.
How you doing?
Congrats, bro. That's big, man. Congrats, bro.
Oof, and the guys, they just go right back to crying over Brendan with Nick right there.
Yo, I hate seeing this from you like this, bro. I can't even, I'm afraid to look at you.
I respect the out of all you for going on this journey, for real.
So there you have it. Nick and Annie are our 5th engaged couple, and Annie is real excited to meet him.
Nick lives in the mountains. I imagine him to just be like very masculine and strong.
Oh
and
no!
Like,
5 minutes later.
whose haircut?
You like it? It's a little short for you.
He is not the mountain man I envisioned.
But finally, we come back to Patrick, who is a little stunned that Anna left. However, he wants to see if things will work with Casey here. She was his number 2, and she's got a lot of connections to Asian culture. Or, at least, 2. She's Mormon, and her dad did his mission in Korea, while her sister also does concerts in Korea and sings there. I mean, Patrick isn't Korean, but hey, at least there's less worry that she'll be turned off by Asian men. But Patrick's biggest concern right now is that Casey just isn't into this. I mean, she has this wild ex-boyfriend who was horrible to her and told her to go on the show and that he'll be waiting for her, but he only ever cared about her looks. So she tells Patrick, this is it, it's him. She doesn't care about his ethnicity. She wants someone who doesn't look at her for her looks. She wants someone she wouldn't have found in the real world. And when that isn't entirely convincing, well, we get sexy.
I want to touch you so bad.
I'm like a baby seal.
I know.
You're gonna love the baby seal.
We were changing.
Yeah.
They were like, oh, you have a landing strip, and now that's been the whole talk.
Shut up.
Alright, I feel like I
my
need to turn
God.
this into YouTube After Dark or something.
So if you wanted me to like go get it off or shave it, I would take like literally one pull.
That would be cool.
Uh-oh, Patrick has gone into basic bro mode. No additional brain functions activated, just him going... So these two get engaged, and Casey is pumping herself up, ready to finally find a man who loves her for who she is.
It's the greatest comeback story of all time. I'm gonna marry the shit out of that guy.
Alright, Casey, I'm gonna take your word for that. You better not do a complete 180 almost immediately.
Ha ha! Foreshadowing.
I've always just been so look-base heavy. I know how I am, and I just don't know if I'm gonna like, I don't know.
Uh-oh. So the reveal happens and these two meet up where Patrick is a little bit tweaking out, but he's super excited.
Just to smell her pheromones. I don't know the right word right now. She's f***ing sick. Yo.
Straight up said just to smell her fart. Her pheromones?
Her pheromones. I don't know the right word right now. She's f***ing sick. Y'all should meet her. My mind is blown. She's so beautiful and tight. Good call. Good call.
Yeah.
Tight, 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 tight.
He's great.
No.
He's so great.
Uh-oh. Well, not long after this, we cut to the Women's Hotel, which
Ominous
is
name.
never a good sign. And there is Casey looking devastated, saying she knows how this is gonna look, but she just can't go to Baja. And then Patrick comes in going, are we breaking up or something? And she keeps going, no, no. And she's kissing him, but she says she just needs to take things slow. And again, she knows how this looks, which is like she's dumping him because of his looks. But that's not it. To which production says...
Roll the tape. Watch, here it comes.
How you feeling?
I just unfortunately don't think like my attraction to him is gonna grow that much.
Oh, the tapes, the receipts.
They played it during the episode. You just have to wait for this shit by the reunion. Oh my god. Holy shit. Savage. Production was like, oh, we'll do it. We'll also do it. Like, everyone knows production is involved in shit, right? So now they're embracing that. Oh my god.
Brutal. And what makes this worse is she is way overcompensating right now. Just jumping all over Patrick and kissing him.
Did she give you? Did she say she needed to go home? Is that what she told you guys earlier?
Oh no, the secondhand embarrassment. I can't watch this. So we've already got one of our engaged couples down, and the rest of our 5 move on to Baja. Where, on a brighter note, Edmund here is gifting Calabria matching t-shirts and new shoes because he already knows her size. As for Megan, she's continuing to cheese hard.
You got thick thighs?
I don't know if they're thick, but I definitely don't skip legs.
Let me see your toes.
Girl bagged a baddie. Girl bagged a baddie and she knows it. She's like, yeah, You deserve this, sweet pea. Hell yeah, I am in your corner. Don't fuck this up. Damn, she bagged a baddie.
Nick and Annie talk
I'm
about what they
blushing.
name their kids.
What do you want to name our kids?
We got Parker, and we got Parker Danger,
Hell yeah, Parker Danger.
and we got Best Skier on the Mountain. All one name.
Those poor kids. First the spankings and now this. And Joe, well, Joe is learning firsthand that Madison wasn't kidding about all the eyesight stuff.
I'll never be alone.
I told you.
Fortunately, Joe doesn't care about that. Unfortunately,
I am into thinner women, I would say. Usually.
No.
That's just a preference, you know.
Now from here we get into the couples meetup, where everyone gets to see each other for the first time. And it seems like the booze is flowing. Everyone is in a good mood and very openly talking about
The best sex I've ever had.
Good for you, girly.
Oh, wow.
The only outlier is Calabria, who says she's waiting for marriage. Leaving Edmund, well, he's getting a bit stir-crazy.
I gotta hit before marriage.
Well, you have the rest of your life to hit once you're married.
So I mean, you should at least give her.
Also, it's only like a week away. Like, chill. Like, you gotta wait a week.
I mean, the dude quickly goes from putting on sunscreen to this. To this. And then the booze starts to turn, and Jordan and Joe are getting rowdy, which gets Megan mad. Then Joe starts ignoring Madison to be with his bros. He's also way out of it.
What do you think?
Oh, he's drunk.
No, I gotta get this motherfucker.
Are you okay?
I'm good.
No.
Well, Joe and Madison then talk, and she is upset, so Joe goes back to the room to sleep it off. And when Madison comes back, Joe is still acting weird. Like, he wakes up and goes, huh, and he asks her why she's in the same outfit, and he's acting all confused. Then he gets real defensive when she asks him if he
He's still drunk. He is absolutely still drunk.
drank too much. And Madison, she breaks down because she's feeling attacked for just trying to help him.
What the Joe?
Yeah,
Me
he's
for
still
trying.
drunk.
Seriously, me for like trying to help.
Okay. Woman.
But to finish off this batch of 6 episodes, we've got Calabria and Edmund. Now at first, they're just talking about the other couples and who's looking strong, but Edmund's going, stop talking and get those gams out again. You know, pent-up energy. So naturally, Edmund brings up how they're the only couple that hasn't had sex yet. And here, he gets real emotional. So Calabria goes, having one-night stands was an emotionless thing. She's with Edmund because it's deeper than that.
I'm giving you my all. You let dudes that ain't even care about you, and you like, I don't give a about it. You let them have sex with you? Oh my.
To which Calabria says, that was over a year ago. I don't do that anymore. Is it just the fact that the others got some and you didn't that's making you upset? Which is Edmund's supervillain turning point. No more Mr. Nice Guy. And oh, he's always been the nice guy, so incoming villain turn and...
Here we go. I'm just always the nice guy. That's my
me up. Come too nice.
You know, I told them not to turn on me.
I feel like he's very drunk too. Just like the way he's talking. Oh my god. Oh my god. When I saw this, I was like,
I
no.
begged them, but this is Love is Blind, and you know the drama has only just begun. So that's it for this video on episodes 1 through 6 of Love
Good for Megan Sparkle, girly. Oh my
is
god.
Blind Season 9. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed the video, be sure to give it a like, comment your thoughts.
Okay, Blue, how about we do South Park tomorrow and we keep watching this? What are you feeling? Because this is, I'm like, oop, oop. But I'm also happy to switch gears. Maybe we could, I don't know. We'll figure it out. I kind of have to pee again, too. We could watch the South Park. Okay. I'm going to throw in some lo-fi. It has a funny in it. Okay, I'm going to throw in some lo-fi. I'm going to run inside, use the bathroom. You get South Park queued up, and then I'll see if I can run South Park while running OBS and streaming at the same time. And then we'll watch the new South Park episode. So I will be right back. Right. When the stream get taken down? No, it just gets muted. And then with YouTube, I can just trim it out. But if like yeah. But you know what? I do because I'm on this laptop, I'm like, I don't know if this is gonna work because I can't even run fishing. How am I gonna run OBS and Discord video? So let me go in and pee and I'll think about it and I'll have an answer for you by the time I come out. But I want you to give me an answer too of what you think would be the best given that I can't even run fishing. All right. All right, yeah, I like that idea. I agree with that. This Discord. Carry on. Watch part. Ah, up. Come on, just let me drag it. Why is this? Go to just watching. Oh man, that's not Jesus. I love Jesus. I love Jesus. I love Bible Jesus. God. Hold on. Really tragic ending. He'll probably come around when like he has to fight the Antichrist. But we are gonna get back into this because I am hooked. I'm like, damn. Ugh, God, I hate that layout. Missing like half her arm. Wait. Good enough. I need something to cheer me up, so why not watch people get into Love is Blind mess? Alright, so that was one. So this is from
Love is Blind Denver is back with 3 new episodes, and is this season just as strong?
The Antichrist better end up being Damien from earlier seasons, or I'm going to be disappointed. I don't know who that is, but I hope for you too, Blue. I hate this theater mode. All of my hard work undone. He's a character that moved to South Park and he was the Antichrist. I don't know. Yeah, unfamiliar. It would be kind of funny if it was him. Because then it would be like a super big callback, kind of like how Trump is Saddam Hussein.
Strange as ever?
Yup! We're just gonna do 8 ounces of chicken, a packet of Crystal Lightning, and then you just chug it.
No!
Oh, and if you're coming in here and you don't know what's going on, you have to go check out my previous video on episodes 1 through 6, because it's a trip. So where things last left off, Edmund here just had his put out crash out, which pretty much caused him to go,
No more Mr. Nice Guy.
Always the f***ing nice guy. That's what me up.
When he said that, when Bachelor Fan Take was like, hey, which I should pin that in the chat. In a stream. All right. When he was like, oh, he'll go all nice guy, I was like, oh, okay, nice guys finished last type guy. I meant like personality type. Not, like, holy shit. This is, like, he's literally going to say nice guy.
I'm too nice.
Oh, and Joe is still in an altered state of reality after waking up from his nap because he seemingly drank too much at the couples mixer,
Yeah,
which then led to a fight with him and Madison, and that is still going on.
Okay, well, we can go back to bed then. Okay. Okay, well, I can hear you crying.
Well, then why don't you come out here and check on me?
I'm in bed. I'm literally in bed.
So Joe's now back in bed while Madison's back in tears, going, I can't win, this is so embarrassing. Until eventually Joe pops his head up to say,
I didn't know if we had food or not. Did we get dinner at all?
So you'll get out of bed for that? Which I mean, hey, I'll be honest, I've been there. We've all been there. But maybe not while your girl is over here crying while you're going,
Cool, bring me a snacky.
Why is that funny? That's not funny.
It's not funny. It's not funny.
Then why are you laughing?
It's not funny. That's not funny at all. That's why it's funny. But it's not, I mean,
What?
it's no way. I feel, I can't believe you're doing this right now. Like,
Me?
yeah, we're about 5 minutes into this first episode and I'm already tired. But alright, the next morning comes and these relationships are all in emotional hangover mode. Megan's no longer mad at Jordan for being too jokey and buzzed at the mixer because they spent the night actually communicating. And not in the Joe in bed kind of way. Edmund apologizes for his crash out and says,
It's great that they were able to do something healthy.
as long as there's not another full moon and KB keeps her toes completely covered, this shouldn't happen again. And Joe, he also apologizes to Madison and promises he's going to work to never make her feel abandoned again. So we'll never see these two stupidly fight again, right?
Not really so much.
But alright, before we leave the honeymoon phase in Baja, we get one more couples get-together, where everyone is promising to be on their best behavior, and most people talk about their worries with what things are going to be like when they go back to the real world with their daily routines. Allie and Anton over here have never had a fight or any kind of tiff, so that's sort of looming over them. Jordan talks about how Megan is going to be selling her place in LA and buying a home in Denver for them, which is a huge deal, plus there's life with a kid to be managed, so a lot of big stuff for them. And then we get to Nick and Annie, where all this talk about people's reservations is causing her to fall into a deep despair. Like, there are some abandonment issues going on, as Nick expresses that every single guy was saying that if the decision was now, they're not so sure if they'd 100% say yes. Which, you know what? Totally, things just got started. What he means is living together and meeting all the families will give him reassurance in what he's feeling.
Man, Nick
However, all
sucks, yeah.
Annie is hearing is Nick is not 100% sure, and she is.
I just like Nick.
I want you in my life.
I think most people
I want you to be part of it. Like, it's not a need, it's a want. I just want to make that very clear.
I think those are things that we
Like,
understand.
no, but these are not things that, like, it's like, Nick, I don't need you.
So Nick's going, this feels like it's you trying to blow everything up. All the while Annie is shutting down saying, you know what, you do whatever you need to do. Prompting him to go, why say that? 'Cause I do care.
Obviously, I care more. Like, what am I supposed to do? I'm not sure that you're understanding.
I love
like,
you too.
I love the out of you.
And I'm right there with you.
No, because you're the one that doesn't think that you love me as much as I love you.
So great
my
to leave off
God.
on for these two as we head back to Denver, where the big question is, will the fantasy wear off once they've all settled into their new apartments? Will people start to change? As for Edmund, yeah, that seems to be a no.
I don't think I can fit in there, but I totally would. I'm about to get my whole stuff in here.
Please don't mess up our
I'm trying to fit in here.
Don't, you
I
can't
would
fit
totally
in
do
there.
it. This is like a moment of truth. All right, baby.
Have you always climbed in the cabinet?
That's me in the closet. That's great. That's lit.
Okay. Whatever makes you happy, baby, makes me happy.
And hey, even Nick and Annie are back to normal. Nothing like a good night's sleep and a plane ride back to Denver to clear your head.
It's like, I love everything about Nick. Honestly, Nick, like, I've never, like, loved anybody like I've loved you. I love you so much. Like, I love you. What I
I
mean?
like
It's
your craziness. I need the crazy. That's a good thing. That's why I chose
She's
you.
there.
Wow, glad he's into it. But as one couple recovers, another goes back to the arguing. And do I need to tell you which one? Do I need to tell you which one I'm about to cut to?
You have no reservations at all. I mean, like, yes, you probably do, but
Of course I do, Joe.
but you don't show it. You don't show it at all. Like, I don't see any worry on your face. Or,
Do you want me to be worried?
no, I'm.
So, like the sun rising in the east, it's inevitable. Madison and Joe are back in a stupid fight. This one's about how Joe's worried that Madison has no reservations
It's because he has reservations. He's like, I don't want to be the one that breaks this.
at all about marrying him. Or at least not seemingly, like not even a little, not even after a strange night in Baja.
Sorry, I'm not a
No,
negative bitch.
No.
Like, what the do you want from me?
I just want you to
You've not
feel
said these things to me
like how I
literally
feel.
all.
Like
I want you to feel how I'm feeling. I'm excited about you.
Well, this, of course, descends into even more madness as Madison is losing her mind and saying, okay, sorry that I'm excited about you. And the fight goes on in circles, and you know what? I'm kind of losing my mind too.
Because when I said yes to
I
you,
guess I'll
fucking
just
meant
keep
it.
everything I have inside
well, that's
and
really
not
healthy,
have
Joe.
it. This experiment is not normal. This is not
Who you signed up for?
Tell
This
me-
is for marriage-minded people.
Do you think I'm not marriage-minded?
Right now, no.
Okay, though, let's step away from this for a bit because normally this is the time we'd be talking about more typical real-world issues. Like Allie and Anton discuss their jobs and finances, and their schedules can be a bit wonky. For example, he works all night and comes back in the morning. Also, Allie is wondering if he'll be able to make enough to support her.
Not
I wouldn't want to not work.
If you work 1 or 2 days a week, that should be fine.
Do you think you make enough to support both of us?
Yeah.
School's gonna be expensive, and I could still get Botox.
I don't know about all that.
Oh, that first big fight is brewing in there somewhere. It's not out yet, but it's coming.
So we talked about once we're married, we'd have a joint, account. I don't really see a point in having a joint and separate ones, unless maybe you can, explain what the benefit of that would be.
Maybe I don't want to tell you how much I spent on Botox.
Oh, man.
Now from here, couples are going to start meeting.
No, I very much agree. I think everybody should have their own account, and then you should have one account in the middle. Or just keep 2 separate accounts and maybe do like a joint savings account that you both can dump into. But don't just combine everything. It's not a good idea, because if something happens where you need to break up, or if there's some issue, I feel like it's very trapping to force your wife to have only one account. It grosses me out, and you have to be connected.
I drink and I know things.
Your _pal
Each
blue 69 would like you to drink
Calabria
something.
gets to meet Edmund's mom.
I feel it. I feel like a baby headed my way. I was just telling Jamise, it's time for a baby.
Hey, please don't mention anything sex-related in front of this man right now. I really can't do with another crash out. But Edmund's mom really likes Calabria, cause Calabria strikes her as someone who won't go snitching back to her son when they start talking shit.
I got one daughter-in-law that'll run cry and tell my son, will rat me out every time. This one here, I think she'll be ready to talk shit to me.
As for Madison and Joe, after another night, they're back on again.
Another side note, I put my ring back on.
Okay, nice.
From last night.
Looks good on you.
So
Looks good on
it's
you.
back on.
Hopefully it stays on.
Y'all, I can't with these two. It's off and on and off and on.
Snip, snap, snip, snap, snip, snap.
Oh, and speaking of the snip, Jordan is here meeting Sparkle Megan's mom, Sparkle Jane, and her sister, Sparkle Jessica. I have no clue if the name is genetic or not, but I'm just assuming.
Are you not wanting to have more kids ever then? Is that
No, my philosophy is I'm just gonna get snipped, and when I'm ready to have kids, I'll just
can
get
undo
reversed.
it? Okay.
Love that shirt.
Oh,
Yeah.
very progressive of you.
Okay, bro, you keep saying that, but in the immortal words of one Michael G. Scott,
You have no idea the physical toll the 3 vasectomies have on a person.
however, this meeting actually goes amazing, as they talk about Jordan's son and how he has diabetes, which feels like a sign for all of them considering Megan's late father had diabetes. Not to mention, Sister Sparkle over here had a dream about this.
It was like I was talking with Dad, and he was just telling me, his son is like me, his son is like me, this isn't just a coincidence, that's the only way I could get her to know.
Okay,
So
weird.
yeah, now mom and sis are also
weird thing to say on a first date. Maybe wait till after they're married. Oh, that's so weird.
cheesing hard for Jordan just as much as Megan is, which they admit they didn't expect.
All 3 of them are smitten with him, and I'm like, girl, same. Holy shit. I haven't seen him with his shirt off yet, but I don't think I need to.
However, a meeting that doesn't go quite as well is with Allie and Anton, as Allie now gets to meet Anton's friend Joe and his girlfriend. And for Allie, the vibe is really starting to shift, cause suddenly Joe and his buddy are all about the shots and the partying. And then when Allie goes off with Joe's girlfriend Melissa to the washroom, Melissa shares this.
Just one question about the bachelor's party. They're not going to a strip club, right?
Girl, I don't know.
Because Anton likes strip clubs and he goes with Joseph. So, and I don't like that.
Do they?
Well, that's not good.
So Allie is not too happy. Anton told her that Joe was the party guy, not him. And even if they did stop going 4 months ago,
She is so beautiful. Like, so beautiful. Oh my god, the drama! I know, isn't it great?
When Joe and Melissa started dating, Allie's not sure if she wants to be with a guy who would frequent strip clubs. So yeah, that fight.
If you're my husband and you're gonna go to a strip club, ask me ahead of time. Just so I'm like, hey, where are you? Like, are you helping me put the kids down? And B, find a babysitter so I can go too. Like, what the fuck?
It's still not there, but we're getting real close. Now, on a brighter note, Edmund is letting KB in on his interests like he's a big roller skater and... Wait a minute, is there an ulterior motive here?
As for the roller skating,
I have a thing for women and skates, okay?
No, it's the feet!
Everyone has a thing, and that's mine.
Annie meets Nick's parents, you know, the ones he said spanked him, and look, he can finally kiss a girl in front of his mom.
Flashback.
I'm like, Mom, are you asking me if I'm gay? I felt embarrassed for like weeks afterwards. I feel like I had to bring a girl home and like...
The foot guy. I'm aware he's a foot guy.
Like, hey, look, I'm
aware he's a foot guy, but why did the producers have to make that the story?
straight.
End of flashback.
Oh, and Jordan and Megan go house hunting for multi-million-dollar homes.
It's a big home. It's about 5,600 square feet. Okay.
56? That's like, we need 4 Roombas.
But so we are in the 2 million range at this house. So
You know, I always love looking at houses on these shows, cause I'll just be here on my couch in my PJs reading them down like...
What about this place, man? It looks a little bit junky. It kind of reminds me of here. Yeah, this place is a piece of shit.
But still, Jordan is feeling a bit off, because he can't afford a place like this, and Megan is selling her place in LA to fund it all. So he doesn't want to feel like a mooch, even if she says she doesn't care. Okay though, the big event come the end...
Okay, that's a very fair thing. Like, very fair. Like, I love that. Like, hey, this is more than I can afford, and you're selling your place so we can afford this, but what happens if there's a situation? I don't know if I'm comfortable with that. I don't want to feel like a mooch. You're making all the housing payments.
Of these 3 episodes is the pod meetup, where everybody's going to be meeting pretty much everyone, including the people who didn't get engaged in the pod.
Anna's there. Oh my god, Anna's there. I don't understand having a fancy home. I don't either. I'm gonna be honest. I love my house. It was built in like the 1870s. Absolutely, like, it's adorable. It's what I love. It has a wraparound porch. It's like my favorite kind of house, but I'm also like, it's too big. I need less stuff. I need less room. Like, I don't need all these spaces. And like, but those houses are extra, extra fancy.
Now, one of the first pod stars to enter that's not from the currently followed couples is Patrick, and he gives us an update on the Casey situation, basically confirming what we all are thinking. How after one day, just one day after getting back, she shut everything down, basically
At least she didn't drag you to the altar.
Telling Patrick to tell everyone they're broken up for now, but they still need to talk. Thing is, Casey won't even see him, or answer his calls, or barely even text him.
Bro, I asked for the ring back and she basically stopped talking to me. She said, she was like, I asked her for the ring back and she was like, no, you act like you're the only one that's hurt in this situation. I'm gonna keep the ring. Oh my gosh.
And that was her last text. Her last text. Not a call, not a FaceTime, a text. She didn't even tell him that through a phone call. Up next, though, we have Kate coming in, Anna comes in, Mike comes in, and Brendan too, which immediately has Annie going.
In the pods, Brendan was like, I love you so much. You've always been number one. You've always been my highest priority. That is not the energy that is being conveyed here tonight.
Whoa, chill. I mean, the man has barely entered the room and she's already off. Like, what is he supposed to do? Start breaking down the moment he sees her?
Well, and she's got a partner. Why isn't she paying attention to him? Like, she's with the one dude that she was like, I love you so much. You don't understand how much I love you.
Start crying and run off to the bathroom? I mean, to me, this seems like a normal level of awkwardness for those times when you see your recent ex out at a social gathering. So first to sit down out of all the pod exes is Megan and Mike, who surprisingly doesn't bring up how attractive their kids would have been.
It's like, we're gonna have kids and they're gonna be the most nutritious, best fed kids ever.
That was cute.
The hottest kids, sexiest kids.
Okay, anywho. What the f?
But Mike does say he was very tempted to DM her. That's just the cocky guy in him, which Megan says is part of the reason why she didn't choose Mike.
I love that fit. Weird Mike. Yeah, that fit. Look at that.
She's used to dating that kind of guy, and it scared her. Meanwhile, Patrick, he sat down with Anna and told her that she was his number one, and if she had stayed, that would have been so hot and they would have gone the distance.
I walked out because it was something that I was struggling with, but learning that, like, you got engaged, after that, I was like, he's gonna be okay. It wasn't gonna be me anyway.
Well, Patrick says that it was. However, Anna says that's impossible. How could you go from that to then days later getting engaged to someone else? And yes, she cried over both him and Blake, but she didn't tell anyone else that she loved them. And from here, things start to slowly descend. Edmund and Calabria start fighting after this gets said.
Nick is perfect.
No, I'm not
You're
perfect.
actually right.
Damn! Just to be able to hear that would be crazy. Even though you're not, just to hear it.
To hear what?
So Calabria says that that was a wild thing to say.
That was a wild thing to say. Holy shit. What the fuck?
Because it makes her sound like she's not doing enough when she is complimenting him.
I don't hear no positive stuff from you.
You say you don't hear enough positive? I was cheering you on. Like, I've been vibing with you when you started with me, and I didn't do a thing to you. You have a good night. I have a good night. Now you're being weird.
Nick then sits down with Kate, and he apologizes for saying I love you to Kate, but then backing out of it, and also for saying it while he was also in love with someone else. But I don't know, at least from what we were shown, it didn't seem like you were telling that to Annie until after things broke off with Kate, which Kate also seems to think.
But you told me the opposite. You literally said, Kate, I told you I loved you. I have one other connection. I haven't said that to her. I certainly can't get there with her. So when I found out that you guys are engaged, I'm not gonna lie, I was just kind of like, what the hell?
Ultimately, they end up moving past this and moving on, but word about this gets back to Annie. And if she was spiraling just from that one conversation in Baja, well, this...
Oh, he was a love bombing.
But he wasn't. Like, he just basically was like, no, I loved you more.
That's the story I knew from Kate.
Interesting.
Well, with that, Annie is a little bit irked, and she's giving Nick the silent treatment.
Say you had shorts on, would you ride the bull? I'll take that as a no.
Oh, and Annie's not the only one beefing with Nick. As oh, look, the pod bros Joe and Jordan are back to their tipsy antics.
I feel like I shouldn't look, bro. I feel like I shouldn't look because it's hot. Damn it.
And Joe specifically, he just doesn't seem to like Nick. I mean, it was fairly obvious from their time in the pods, but Joe is making it real clear right here, or, well, as clear as he can right now.
Nick is just kind of a guy that great guy, some might say, but like I'm not too much. Anyway, what he's, I don't with him too much, but
uh-oh, has Joe entered his altered state of reality again?
Could be the best guy in the whole entire world. Ain't my guy, you know? Like, that's the thing, but great hat tonight. Anyway.
So the vibes are getting off in a major way. No one seems to like Nick.
There's multiple people that don't like Nick. No one likes him. Everyone thinks he's calculated. He's fake.
Allie is pulling away from Anton. Calabria has had enough of Edmund and would rather he cram himself back.
Yeah, she needs to leave him. She could do so much better. Oh my god. He literally was like, oh damn, in front of people. Like, maybe say that in front, be like, hey, listen, I could use more encouragement. I could use more like I need to be hyped up. Can you hype me up? Because I don't feel hyped right now. And I don't know if that's just me and the way I'm receiving energy or what. Like, talk to your partner about that. Don't just say publicly to a bunch of people, damn, I wish I had that.
Back in their cupboards.
Unless it's like food, don't say that in front of people.
Please don't talk to her.
Ooh.
No, don't talk to her.
Oh, and the Joe and
He looks
Madison
good.
thing just keeps getting stranger by the hour.
He was like, I want to like Abe. Like, he said that? Yes!
But hey, you know what?
He said
This
what?
just keeps getting stranger by the hour.
He was like, I want to like Abe. Like, he said that? Yes!
But hey, you know what? This is Love is Blind Denver, where the theme of this season seems to be...
Everything is strange.
So that's it for this recap of Love is Blind Season 9,
All right,
episodes
last one.
7 through 9. Thanks for watching, and
This is
The reason that I'm not willing to
episode.
marry you
Wait,
is because I am unhappy.
this is 10 and 11. So this season is proof that the world needs therapy now more than ever. Love is Blind Season 9, Episode 10 plus 11, which is the recap. This is, again, Bachelor Fan Tags. I believe I pinned it up at the top. Excellent channel. Please go check him out. He covers a bunch of dating shows. It's so fun. I love his takes.
Okay.
oh my, what is possibly the most unhinged? Is unhinged the right word? I don't know if it's the right word. Wacky? Maybe we need a new word. But the most Denverest season of Love is Blind to date has returned, and like the Sabrina Carpenter song that's been stuck in my head all week, this one sure effed me up. And yes, I'm talking about these babies. So where we last left things off, we had the big couples mixer where everyone got to see their exes from the pods. And KB is mad at Edmund, Joe is mad at Nick, Annie is also mad at Nick, pretty much everyone dislikes Nick. Well, that's not entirely true, as Annie really loves Nick, and is about to have a conversation with him that'll have me going,
Oh my god, they have Taco Bell. I'm so jealous. I haven't had Taco Bell. Although I did just pick some fresh tomatoes from my garden that are still coming in. And there's some taco meat inside, so maybe I'll have a taco when I go.
Oh, not this again.
You think I'm holding back on you?
Mm-hmm.
What do you think I'm holding back on you about?
That you don't love me as much as I want you to.
oh please, we just had this
I wish there was a taco in the town I live at, Taco Bell. It's not the best. Like, if you're going there to have Mexican food, don't go leave. Like, that's not. If you just want like a fast food taco, it's the best.
argument in Baja.
So I'm happy.
Although now it's too goddamn expensive. Like, I can't afford it. It's like, my favorite thing is the Crunchwrap Supreme. And you used to be able to get that for like $5 with a large drink and like a soft taco. Right? And now it's like 15 or some shit. Like, for the meal. And it's like, come on, this is ridiculous.
Me too. You just said you don't think I love you as much as you love me. So I'm trying to understand.
No, I'm just like not sure.
Y'all, I don't even know if I need to recap this. Like, go to my last video and they have the exact...
Like, I got McDonald's yesterday for everybody. We got to McDonald's for dinner. And it was $45 for the 4 of us. Hobby and I split one of those value boxes. Like, two Big Macs, 2 regular cheeseburgers, although mine secretly had bacon on it. I didn't order it that way. Fries, 2 medium fries, and a 10-piece chicken nugget. So that's like the meal box, and then I got 2 Happy Meals toys. And that came out to $45. I'm like, I would have spent the same if I went to Outback. What the fuck? For McDonald's? Easily would have spent $45 to go to Outback for a bloomin' onion and whatever else we would split between us. Like, oh my god, that's insane.
Same argument. Annie feels...
You used to be able to go to McDonald's and stuff your fucking face, man, for like $5. Like, you could get so many burgers with like extra fries, the dollar menu. Yeah, fast food is expensive as shit. Yeah, like, what's the point anymore? I'm paying you fucking $45 for shit that looks like a Muppet. It's ridiculous.
Feels like she is 100% all in on Nick, while Nick doesn't love her the same amount. And to be fair, she does keep saying,
I love you. I love you so much. I love you. I just like, babe, I love you. How much I love you. Like, I love you so much. Like, I love you.
While Nick's response is,
I love you.
I love you too.
Yeah, the man's words are saying yes, but his head is going...
You're putting me through the extremes right now in so many ways.
No.
You're saying you're showing up for me, you're not showing up for me. I love you, you don't love me. All I'm trying to do is eat this chalupa.
Okay, I really can't believe I'm out
That
here
was not a
standing next to
chalupa.
Nick of all people saying, let this man eat his chalupa.
That is not a chalupa. The chalupa's like crispy and crunchy. The fuck? That's like a burrito. Right? The chalupa is the chicken chalupas. They're like, it's like a thicker, like, taco that's like denser and fried. That's not it at all.
Lupa. So next on the tour de messe is Allie and Anton. Now, Allie's been concerned about Anton after hearing about his partying ways from his best friend's girlfriend, Melissa. Then on top of that, she comes in to find that a whole bunch of booze is suddenly missing from their apartment. Like, where is the wine we were having? Wait, wasn't there a 12-pack of beer in here? And Anton goes, oh yeah, Patrick showed up. We each had a beer the other day. All the while Allie is trying to do the quick maths in her head and nothing's quite adding up to 12 on this one. But Anton then says, okay, who cares if I have a couple of drinks with a movie a couple of nights a week? That's not representative of who I am as a person. However, right after that, this happens.
Is the tequila still in the fridge?
What's that?
Is the tequila still in the fridge?
Okay, fine. No, that one's not.
You know what? I just had a flashback. I didn't think a lot about it at the time, but at the reveal, Anton had this moment. I mean, Allie was just standing there expecting him to look back or something, and all the guy was doing was sipping on his champagne, not looking back. At all.
Anton, there was like half a bottle left in there.
I don't know how much was in there. It was...
Right.
But let me tell you, these scenes are going to be moving fast. So we go from that scene to then meeting Jordan's parents, and I guess we know where Jordan gets his jokey nature from, as Dad is out here saying stuff like this.
We have figured out, grandkids, it's a reward for not killing our teenagers.
Speaking of which, Jordan also talks about getting that vasectomy reversed, which by the way is not as easy or successful as people think it is. I've been hearing a lot about that online because of this season, so, you know, who says this show isn't educational? Oh, and Dad also has some important advice for what it takes to have a successful marriage.
So what would you say your keys to a successful marriage have been?
10% love, 90% commitment.
Love that.
10% love? Just 10? Couldn't get to at least 25% love? Meanwhile, Mom's over here looking at Dad like...
I gotta pump those numbers up. Those are rookie numbers in this racket.
But these two, they say they're 100% in. It would take a catastrophic event for this one to not go through. And even though it's tradition for the man to do this, Megan asks for their blessing. I mean, after all, she's buying the $2 million house. Like, he can wear the pants if he wants to, but don't forget, those pants are held in the house that she bought. Now as for Calabria and Edmund, well, these two are ready to talk things out after their tumultuous night. And KB basically tells him that she was upset with him because she was stressed running around picking up things for them to go to that Western-themed mixer, and when she asked him to help, he said he wouldn't do it because he was afraid he was going to be late. But then she had to show up at their apartment hungry and rushing to get ready. So after all that, to hear him say that she wasn't saying nice things about him, when she was the one who felt she needed support in that moment, well, she was embarrassed. But they ultimately come to a good place together and agree to both work on making the other person feel supported and loved, and Edmund promises to acknowledge it when he makes a mistake. So now finally we can get to a nice relaxing evening out for dinner with Joe and Madison's family, right? Right?
Wrong.
I just want to I want to get up on you. And snuggle. I need like a hug.
We're at dinner.
So here there's an awkward energy coming out of Joe. I mean, I guess it's always been there, but it's ramping up the closer things get to the wedding day. And it's important to mention that Joe was engaged before, but called it off. So it doesn't help when Madison's family comes in going,
You guys are super cute together, in case you didn't know.
We've been told
a
few times.
I can't wait for the babies.
I know.
Anyways,
I know.
Alright, Joseph, that better not be a reaction from you, especially after you told Madison this.
He was like, I want to you like a minute. Like you said that? Yes!
Well, Joe brings up his previous engagement and tells Madison's mom and sister all about how it didn't work out because he kept holding on while the date got closer and closer and the pressure just got to him. Which I don't know about you, but is starting to sound awfully familiar, and Madison looks so uncomfortable.
I had said a day, yeah. I had the invites, you know, in my hand, stamped, written out. I just couldn't go put that in the mailbox. In the end, it was better for everybody.
Well, it's good you listened.
Right.
You're not going to last minute her, are you?
Nah, no way this man would do that for the second time. No way, right?
Right?
Wrong.
From here, we learn that Megan is about to go meet Luca for the first time, Jordan's son, but as they said earlier, they're not going to be putting Luca on camera.
Good.
And
Absolutely good for them. I'm so proud of them for that. I hate when people put their kids on TV.
Anton meets Allie's mom, who encourages Allie to take on a more traditional wifely role in the house. However, that also means that Anton's got a sacrifice going out and having a good time too. And then, once more, we come to Annie and Nick, where Annie is ready to apologize for the other night, but Nick has come to a decision.
Getting to the altar, that's not a happy idea for me.
Oh, Annie's getting the old Kate treatment. Except this time, it's not because he learned she wasn't religious. No, Nick learned that if they had one more fight like the one they had the other night and the one they had in Baja, he's gonna be running back to his cabin in the woods and barricading those doors like a zombie apocalypse is on the rise.
The wedding is not something that I want to do.
I don't need you to tell me no right now.
You don't want
Just
to
like
hear
how I
it.
don't need you to tell me yes right now.
So Annie won't take no for an answer. She just keeps asking him why and telling him he needs to keep trying.
Like, get out of your head and just like be in this and like love me and like it's amazing.
Funnily enough, that's the same thing I tell my dogs when they refuse to get up on the couch and cuddle me.
You can't make 1 + 1.
Same. Like, come cuddle, and they're like,
Equal 3. Like, it's just we're
Watch
we're
me.
fundamentally disagreeing. You have to stop.
No.
Nick,
If-
no. No.
How long do you want to drag this out for?
At least 1, 2 more episodes, that's all. So Nick says he loves her, he never lied about that, but all of these unhealthy arguments have led to this decision. Then Annie gets out her phone a bunch, and my nosy ass is the same as the camera person who's here zooming in and...
It says, hi, 90% sure no wedding. Hi, checking in on you. Why? I'll call you later. Okay, currently something Nick won't do. That, I'm not gonna lie. This is too, like, this is way too clear.
enhanced x-ray visions on the text, trying to get the tea. And really, Annie is the poster child for the 5 stages of grief, cause she starts out with denial, then went to bargaining, and now she's at stage 3, anger.
You can't force me to get to the altar.
I'm not forcing you to do anything, Nick. You're the one that is asking me to leave now. This is like your plan like the whole time. Like I wish you'd have just told me. I feel like I really wasted my time, Nick. Like,
And we're just about to get to stage 4, depression. But sadly, this means these two are done and not showing up for the wedding dress and suit shopping day, where at the beginning, all the talk is about Nick and Annie. Oh, and also Megan had a great time with Luca, they really bonded, but hearing his monitor go off in the night, it's a reminder of the huge lifestyle change she's about to enter. So suits and dresses get tried on, family and friends are there.
I got no ick, no red flags, 0. And I can see so much compassion and caring from him towards Madison.
Yeah, even Madison's reaction to that isn't so certain. And oh, right on cue, there's Joe getting ready and...
Just a lot of feelings, yeah.
What are your feelings?
You're here to get suited up, you know? And,
Uh-oh, not this Joe again.
yeah. Let's do this tomorrow. I gotta get the out of here.
You know, the warning signs were all there. We should have known. Joe last minutes Madison and goes running out of the suit shopping day, ending an engagement for the 2nd time, leaving Madison going...
Damn it. Did it again.
So Madison is heartbroken. And apparently Joe told her that he knows she's not his person and that he's going to say no at the altar. So what's the point of going forward? Now eventually these two do meet up where Madison keeps asking,
I just want to understand, like, why? Like, what is missing? You don't have any reasons.
I don't know, the constant fights? Maybe that's one? Possibly. Also, I knew this man was halfway out the door the moment they got to Baja and he said this.
I am into thinner women, I would say. Usually. That's just a preference, you know?
And when Madison asks if this is about the speed of it all and the timeline, Joe says that, in all honesty, he feels like they made it farther here because of the show than they would have in real life.
Like, you don't even care right now. Like, you're not even... you fucking cared, you would like hug me.
I can hug you.
No, it's fine. F it.
5 minutes later.
Just want you to know that I'm thankful that I did this with you. And as angry as I am at you right now, like, thank you for being my journey.
But oh, don't think we're pumping the brakes yet, as now we get this beautiful outing with Edmund and Calabria that seems fun until the moment they start to speak.
You're not the same person on camera. You're not. And that shit literally breaks me down.
So KB says Edmund has been making these comments to her, and then suddenly the cameras go on and it's all happy fun time, everything's good. So she's then left to look like this bad guy because she's confused when the cameras start rolling and he's acting like nothing's happened. But Edmund says he didn't do anything wrong, so this time he has nothing to apologize for.
Then you want me to apologize to you for something you're not sorry for.
Something I'm really not sorry for.
If I feel away, you don't give a as long as Edmund don't feel away.
By the way, this is 4 days before the wedding. So Calabria says he cut her off before, and he says, well, she cuts him off all the time, and right now, they're both cutting each other off.
So you cutting me off while I'm talking to you. I simply was just like, sweetheart,
and you keep on saying
you're still not
about
to.
Off right now.
So, yeah, I know. You see how you
cut me
do
off
it?
all the time, though.
Okay,
you cut me off.
Talking to me, bitch, because you're not letting me talk.
Okay, well that was great. And now I'm left looking at Megan and Jordan for any spark of joy or hope here. Like, look at this conversation they have about him wanting to add some color to his wedding suit, which mortifies her.
But is it like very colorful?
No. It's like a very dark burgundy, but you'll like it. I know you will. It's my day too.
It's our day.
How?
Socialism right there.
How is this the most likable couple? I can't believe the only way to find respite in this series is with a woman named Sparkle Megan. Anyway, Edmund comes back to Calabria with flowers and all that, and while she says she almost called it quits after that fight, it takes a man to come in and acknowledge everything and take accountability. Also, she doesn't want to be the kind of woman that cusses Edmund out. So I guess, at the very least, these two are making it to the altar. And then finally, we end these 2 episodes on one more fight. But honestly, it's probably the tamest of them all, as Megan and Jordan have a tiff over her wanting more stimulating conversations with him, while Jordan says he carries a lot of stress from work and parenting that he doesn't want to offload on her. However, even here, this fight doesn't feel remotely comparable to the ones from other couples.
I bet.
I'm talking to people 10 hours a day at work.
But like, I'm not talking to that many people.
Do you want a job?
Okay, green flag. If you're able to still make jokes like that in fights, green flag. Because they're
That was so fucking cute.
There's a big difference between yelling your emotions at each other and working through your emotions together. But Megan says she still wants to go and have adventures with him, which prompts Jordan to say that's not always possible when you have a kid.
Traveling to Italy with a 5-year-old would literally be a chore. I just like want you to think about that kind of stuff. Because yeah, life completely changes when you have kids.
It's, oh my god, you have no idea how hard a half-hour car ride is, let alone a 9-hour car ride. Like, it's so hard. And like sometimes, like, yeah, I love taking the kids places. I love doing things with them. I love getting them to experience things and learn things. But getting them to that location is so hard that like sometimes I'm like, I don't even want to fucking do this.
Where do you want this stuff?
In here.
In the trash? Okay. Not funny?
What have you been doing with all that money?
What do you mean?
You haven't been spending it on joke school. 'Cause that was terrible.
Okay, I can't with these two. They're fine. This is nothing. They're cracking jokes to each other. Meanwhile, Joe's gone full runaway bride. Allie's wondering where the booze went. Nick has run.
She looked genuinely panicked. He was like, because you didn't spend it at joke school. It's so good.
Back to the mountains, and we'll probably have to dodge the wedding ring that Calabria chucked off said mountain. So these two, fine. The others, however, well, I've got 2 words.
Couples therapy.
Couples therapy.
Couples therapy. Couples therapy. Come on. Couples therapy. Couples therapy. Couples therapy. Couples therapy.
So that's it for this video on Love is Blind Season 9, Episodes 10 and
Damn.
11. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed the video,
This was
be
posted
sure to give it a like,
2
comment.
days ago. How long before the next one? I'm hooked. Man, I love Bachelor fan takes. All right, everybody. I'm going to call it here, but don't leave. I'm going to raid into Tim because I saw he popped on. And then tomorrow, guys, No Kings Day. Find your local protest at nokings.org. They're happening in over 2,500 locations across the United States. And in multiple countries like Australia and Spain, and I can't think of any other. So okay, we're right into Tim. All right, everybody, you guys have a safe and wonderful night. I will be back tomorrow at the protest, and then we'll do Sunday, Monday, off Tuesday, but I'm going to go from there just because I'm kind of sick and stuff. But I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye, everybody.